How nice. I did it in time. And I totally didn't ruin the moment by being like, hey, look, I did it. Oh gosh, I have no lipstick on. Well, that's not technically entirely true. I do have some purple lipstick on. So who wants to join me in the highly controversial, I've decided, putting on my makeup live on stream? Let's bring the camera right in. So if you perhaps wouldn't if you were uncomfortable with my face, now is the time to speak it. Oh gosh, it's like a bit of makeup there. There we go. Imagine if you were like, "Oh, I love Crusader Kings 3. I can't wait," and it's just me like her like humongous wizard in the front of the fucking screen. I can't actually click that at the moment. That's interesting. Hello. Sorry, I forgot to do my lipstick, everybody. So I'm using the stream as a gigantic mirror. Don't go over the line. Don't go over the line. This is how you do lipstick when you're me. You talk at the same time. That's the best way to do it, I find. Yeah, there we go. Almost. That is a little bit over the line. But that will just come with practice. I know we just fucking suck the lipstick to get as much lipstick as possible so it doesn't come off. There we go. Back to yeah, that's all right. We're looking okay. Hair's all over the place. Hair's very extremely queer, and that's great. I went from almost looking like a cis person to like looking like something else, like a queer person's queer, you know, like into a new level there. Hello, welcome everybody. It is a little late than I normally start. If you're in the cool Discord that we have, exclamation mark Discord, which you probably all are already, you probably see that I was like, oh guys, I didn't get to sleep. I don't know if there's gonna be a stream, and then sent it and just went immediately to sleep, like the exact same seconds, and then and slept for 6 7 hours or something, like a decent amount of sleep, a serviceable amount of sleep, and then immediately someone was like, "Hey, I need to help you with this bill thing, so you can get some money." And I was like, "Yes, okay." And they're like, "Let's go to this cafe that like half of the time was queer people in it." I'm like, "Yes, okay." So I did blow off the stream to go do that, but also like when have I ever been to a location in the last like 2 or 3 years or something that's horrendously bad? This is my summer of going outside, I guess. I mean, I go to loads of places like the post office or whatever, or like a shop or whatever, but like to actually go and meet people and talk to people, no. But I'm still wearing a mask, even though nobody else is. But I think it's probably fine. I don't know. But like, yeah, hello, me. I for some reason I saw my name in chat. Hello, Spike. Hello, Arbol Ard. You've been up since 5 a.m. Dynamite Spike. Just do what I did. I kept myself busy. I kept drinking cola, and I kept eating basically every 2 hours. All of those things. If I was sat down for like 5 minutes or something, I'd be like, no, you gotta get up because you will fall asleep. Because you get to a certain point where I think your like sleep hormones or whatever they are kick in sufficiently that your body's just like you can't fight this. So you have to fight it before that happens. I think is what I discovered. Um, that was a weird, wacky day, and let me think. When am I gonna go to sleep today? I don't know. When I'm tired, which could be 7 a.m. again, which is fucking fantastic. So all of the work I did to try and fix my sleeping pattern, don't know. But you know, there's another weekend coming up. So most cool things are like afternoon onwards. If you sleep through the morning and you don't have to be anywhere, then it's probably okay, right? I'm trying to work on my schedule into working. Uh right. Crusader Kings 3 is loading, but it's not even at the music part yet. So we've got a couple of minutes. But I thought we would play Crusader Kings 3 again, even though it's not quite been a week since we last played it. But I don't know. I'm shuffling the cards of like what to play. Let me have a look. Will it show me what was the last stuff I did? Fallout 4. Yeah, we sort of moved that forward almost, so that it was on Monday. What did we move back? Minecraft ends up getting later and later in the week. I think it's also because I kind of shuffled out roleplay, and I could potentially have done it today, but also I'm just like, I don't know if I don't know if I can support this server anymore. I kind of feel like I'm, like a droplet in an ocean of bad roleplay practices. Not that most of them are fine. It's just there's a couple of things that are very, very severe that it doesn't seem like anything's been doing, and I'm sort of like, I don't know if I can roleplay there. I wouldn't want to interact with someone who is participating in some kind of racist act as a character. And and then that's just me. That's my character. That's me as an actor. That's me joined together with that. It was already sort of difficult because there was someone who, before I came onto Twitch, I did this big sort of study as I started watching Twitch, and I started looking at like where it's because digital blackface basically. But there's someone who I've researched before, interestingly enough. One of the subjects of my studying a couple of years ago, who I see on this server, and I go, I know who you're friends with, and I know what you've done. So even it was really tearing me up a lot. Like I would fucking interact with him and know that it was him because I should stop. I'm giving too many details. But yeah, I don't know. There's another server. It's just difficult though because it's like, oh, you've got these storylines and stuff. It's like, do I break those up? Or am I even in the right mood for roleplay? Because the other thing is like, not not the way I was. I want it to take off and be fantastic and stuff. And any opportunity to like act, I think is really good. Oh, it sounds like. Do you hear that? Do you hear the twinkle of Crusader Kings 3? It's coming up the stairs. Yeah, the one plus thing you can say about all of the sort of Limiverse oriented roleplay servers is they were pretty quick to set that as a rule. That you can't. The way that they worded it is you can't play outside of your ethnicity. But I think people who are marginalized because of the color of their skin, it's perfectly fine and okay for them to play a character who is less marginalized in that sense. I think that's fine. I do not think it's okay for white people to play any other ethnicity in roleplay. I think that's too far. Because racism isn't a two-way street. Long history in performance that I'm learning. I didn't even know existed. I love theatre and acting and stuff, but I think you really got to learn about the bad practices of whatever the thing is that you like. Even if you just work a regular job, let's say you work at McDonald's or something, you should also know the bad practices of McDonald's. Shush. Switch over to the game. Oh, there it is. It's on top of everything. And also it exists twice for some reason. Hang on. Remove that one. Hey, there we go. That's me. You failed a 93% check to make an artifact today. Make an artifact better. They go as far as 93%. It used to just be like half chance, like no chance, half chance, double chance for like anything basically. And you just had to figure out which one was which. So, when we left our friend, previously Count, now Duke Renard of Nostra, but more specifically of Rouen, the capital of what is not Normandy. Wait, hang on. Did we separate? Sorry. There we go. Of West Francia, which is essentially Frankish France, I think, as opposed to East Francia, which I would probably describe as Germanic France, and Lafagia, which is... I don't even have a concept for this, because this country does not exist within my future in the 2000s. It's conceptually something that's not existed for centuries. It's like Italy being called Lombardy, although it is called Italy here. Because I'm assuming... yeah, the Carlings rule over it as opposed to the Lombards. Now, if you ever see a snail in a medieval manuscript, This is kind of a slur towards the Lombardy people, because the idea is that they got pushed out of their own home. This is the province of Lombardy. So if you saw a Lombard person, they were probably carrying their whole home with them because of how homeless they were, or because they were migrating to somewhere. So if you see a snail, that actually means a Lombard person, and you think, oh, suddenly these cute little drawings aren't necessarily so innocent. No, some of them are quite mean. I don't know why, because I can't remember who Lombards are culturally, because yeah, that all comes into like the fall of the Roman Empire, and even pre the fall of the Roman Empire, there were a lot of groups moving around. Partly because imperialism had just sort of smashed over everywhere and said, ah, yes, but also because other empires existed and people got pushed back and forth. And also, the Roman Empire sort of, I guess, became more capitalist. So, in order to save money, was quite interested in just hiring these people, these massive groups of people, to go and sort of solve their issues for them. And when Rome fell to pieces, because it didn't have any fucking infrastructure anymore, because it had all been spent on churches or the rich or whatever, and it also kind of had gotten so big that what's his face split it into, the Byzantine being one side, which contained all of the riches of Rome basically, and the west side, which had all of the sort of poor, difficult to control places. So everyone started sort of splitting off into local leaderships, which was kind of also how they were already supported. And then also a lot of people just went and started just taking over any bits. So people who had emigrated from basically here ended up taking over places like Spain, and also I think Vandals sacked Rome, and then were like, this actually kind of sucks. Rome isn't the place it used to be. Because I think the capital of the Roman Empire at that time would have been up here, which is very much the rich part of Italy. I didn't know there's this big separation between the south part of Italy that's like poor as shit, and the northern part, which has all of the shit people like Columbus and whatever. Was it Columbus? Yeah, no, Columbus. You know, they're all rich, classy people, whatever. But that's because of all of the that became the imperial center of Rome. Rome itself very much wasn't. So they went to basically take over North Africa, but I think the Byzantine Empire stepped in and took that back again. And they said it was so easy because they hated the Vandals so much, because the Vandals were so nasty. And of course, you know, because they're being big colonists and whatever, it was very easy for them to sort of take it back. But then I suppose after that you get the Abbasid Empire from like 400s onwards. I think it's not that big in 400 AD, but it expands basically all the way to here, and like some of here as well. And then eventually, I think, splits and forms into different states, which then go and take the Byzantine Empire. And then that's the end of that's the end of the medieval times, when the last bit of Roman stuff is gone. And it's funny because the history, not that anyone at the time was like, good, we finally let go of the sort of need to be the Romans, kind of. But genuinely, infrastructure projects that had been dropped by the Romans, such as sewers, were not rebuilt until this time, kind of. And that's when Europe starts rapidly catching up to its neighbors in terms of medicine and technology, and then horribly overtakes it in the sense of like brutality and imperialism and scale and stuff. But Europe's always been a sick place, really. And there's never a better time to learn that than learning about the medieval times, because that's where the identity of Europe comes from. That's where all of that stuff comes from. That's where kind of white supremacy comes from, to be honest. Although I did learn some stuff about the Greeks, and their statues with small penises is part of white supremacy of Greeks, apparently. Though Greece has never been majority white. I just think it has been. I say majority. White is a political thing, right? People, for example, Irish people are sometimes now considered white, when within living memory, I think they weren't, as well as Italian people as well, because it's a political thing, right? But yeah, no, it did seem like Greece also had some white supremacy. Roman Empire didn't give a shit. The Roman Empire, while I will say, it did seem like the emperors were probably on the lighter side. They didn't seem to really have an issue with anybody's skin color for in terms of like roles and stuff, and they would move people all around the empire all the time. If it was in the empire, you were the empire, right? It wasn't really so much of a thing of like, I don't know, which is interesting, which is really interesting, because then you get into medieval times and it's all about religion, and then you get post that and it's all about ethnicity, I suppose. Although really still about religion. One day, one day we'll defeat it. But the first thing that we've done, I think, is we've stopped England from forming, at least by way of Norman invasion. And it's interesting to see that we have several kingdoms up here in England. This is kind of almost accidentally our little like Petri pot project. So yeah, we've got the Kingdom of Wessex, which will probably take over the other ones. East Anglia, which to my knowledge is fairly well established. Like, it's got big castles on big hills and stuff like that, even though it's not particularly big. We've got Mercia, which if I was born in medieval times, I would be born somewhere around here. And then we've got Jorvik, which is in many ways the reason why there's a north-south divide now, except it probably would have been called like Danelaw or something, I guess. I don't know. We've got Cornwall. It's just too many hills to get into. and then Wales. It's interesting to see how often like Welsh kingdoms form, because I don't know if it was called Gwynedd. I think that might just be one that's formed, because I think that's, I don't know. But there's a big kingdom about here that like well cut into this area during medieval times, I believe. Like, Wales was like fucking a force. Like, not an inconsiderable force in this whole place, right? And that's a history that is not taught and I don't know so much about. Lafargue is basically German too. France is the only realm carved out by Charlemagne's descendants that didn't get absorbed by the HRE. Yes. I wonder why. Maybe, probably because of Charlemagne, to be honest. Full Constantinople was in 1543. Yes. Ending 2,206 years of Roman polity, if you consider the founding of the city of Rome the start. In terms of the Roman Empire, I think I would probably count it from the... See, now, I guess I don't, because, I mean, there's the founding of Rome. There's is it the Atraeans that are like their neighbors, basically, that they beat up? And that's kind of the start of all of the Wolf Mother of Rome and stuff like that. And then but there's still a kingdom, and then a royal basically rapes a noble, and they go, okay, no kings ever again. Fuck that. We hate royalty. We're over. We're gonna be a republic. And that's actually really good for them, which I think is what then forms them into an empire, where they get taken over by an emperor who is essentially bigger than a king. So it's like, oh, but so like, when does the Roman Empire start? I guess when it's in a republic. I don't know. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, I think it's the Atraeans. I don't remember specifically. I'm guessing it's the Atraeans. I don't really know this stuff. We're getting way into the reads with this. They're more concerned with whether or not you were civilized part of Rome or uncivilized saccharine part of a German tribe. Yeah, they would want you to sort of convert to their cultural ways, very much so. As much as I say, oh, they weren't really racist, it's like, oh, there was so many, there was so many awful, destructive things. I mean, you could argue that any colonialism is racism, right? It's just not skin-based racism, but most of the time it is, you know. There's still a thing, like, I imagine there maybe would have been undercurrents of racism. It's just, my point is white supremacy as policy for, like, all of these places is really starts in, like, what year is it? Fairly recently. It's a fairly recent thing. Right. So what's been going on with my guy in Rouen? So I remember we had some great parties, we had some great celebrations. We beat the fucking tip of Leon fantastically. We're trying to get it under control. It's a little bit raucous. Roman Kingdom, Roman Republic, Roman Empire. Yeah, exactly. When did they start becoming a kingdom? When did they stop being a city? Yeah, this place belonging to historical figure Hastings, sorry, who we assassinated in the strangest possible way, which was that we were trying to kill him. And we're at war with him. And, you know, to be honest, I think it was just a formality for him. Because he's allied to he's interested because they're the same religion. He came to my house and drank my wine, which I had poisoned, and he died. Which meant the defending force combined disbanded the majority of its army because they were only really following him because he was like a cool guy. It was very lucky. So we took that, and then because his son, who we have pinned, Ragnar fucking hell. Ragnar Hastinson Hastiening. Which is an incredible name. And to see, the thing is, as much as he hates me, I am actually interested in this person. My guy is interested in him. He's like, you're just his son, right? We had to attack after I assassinated your dad. It's complicated. So why did this war happen? Well, it's all political. Because what I needed to become was prestigious enough that I could steal the ducal title from, I believe, this guy, if it's not his father or somebody. It may have been your father. Maybe not. Was it this guy? No, that's a long time ago. Okay, so it wasn't that guy. He was already dead. Because we're more prestigious. We're in the same family group, but we determined that we were so prestigious before we'd even started on this. We broke our house up into a separate bit, basically, and ended up having to boss him around anyway. So we took him to all his wars. We made an especially good marriage to Engeltrudis, fantastically named, whose father is... he looks depressed because of how many wars I've brought him into. He's in Upper Lorraine of Lafargia. He was initially just Trier. So I think what happened is he gained these places. And I'm wondering if what happened is because of his prestige of joining me in my wars, his liege was like, oh, you're a cool guy, I'm going to give you some land. So I think he maybe did come out of that quite good. And that's interesting because I'm seeing how the allegiances in this game work better, and also how prestige seems to work better and stuff than it did in the previous game. And that's very exciting because that's a big gameplay thing that I can say, ooh, something I can mess with. Lafaringia. Yeah, I guess it is spelled like that. So I have no excuse. Lafaringia. That murder plot against Hastings was a work of art, right? As the special troops are going to kick your ass, he dies and all this fun. Yeah, that was the plan. I'm a intriguing, resourceful person in real life. Except I can't murder the people that I know because I wouldn't want to. That's against my ethics. But oops, I'm perfectly capable of coming up with a plan, I guess. You know, you can be mischievous for good reasons as well. Right. So the thing is now, Neustria? I'm just gonna call it Rouen. Rouen is now a major player in a big country that is also a fairly major player, certainly within Europe and Western Europe. If we already have stopped England, it would be nice as a long-term goal to fucking stop Asturias and Navarra and all these little things. Break the fucking back of them, potentially take them over to stop them invading Andalus, to stop potentially centuries of pain and torture, right? If we can protect this and stop this from being reconquisted, right? We can stop so many things. Stopping England is pretty big. Stopping Spain is pretty big. But just as we are at the moment, you know, we could maybe take Navarra, except I think that would be difficult. Let me just have a little look to see. Don't even have a Casus Belli, of course not. Of course not. So we need to become a more major player within France. Now, the biggest other group other than, like, these fucking huge boys is Anjou, who also borders us. So I'm thinking we can maybe absorb them, and let's say we get really successful. Potentially, we're going to absorb Brittany as well. But at the same time, it might be nice to just leave them as a friend. Because we also, I guess, in a sense, want to stop France from becoming a major power as well, which is, I don't know. I have to eat. I have to eat the vassals within, basically. Um, you've got until they conquer Madeira and the Canary Islands. After that's too late. Well, that's another 600 years or whatever. So, we'll probably be all right. Yeah, that's my plan. So the first thing is we're gonna figure out what to do about Anju. We're above the main limit. Who is it that was interested in? Who's in my court? So we had this cool murderer guy who became a knight, and it wasn't actually a murderer, but I kept referring to him as that. And that one day he died in battle, in the amazing fucking fights that we've been having. Might leave my court. We married. Oh god, are they not in here? Or would they be a vassal? Oh, that's right. They married a mayor, didn't they? So we had this lovely woman who basically, because of her marriage, was able to recruit us this knight Werner, who meant that we were able to win certain battles and kill a number of troops that we otherwise wouldn't have been able to. And in a sense, it's her marriage, even as just a courtier of my court. She's not related to me. Because she was able to bring someone in with such incredible skills, she really is the sole reason that all of that worked out. And I think that's, the game is reflecting that quite well. You know, it seems like marriages make, you know, they're better. I feel as a person and as a character, like genuinely very happy that she helped, I guess, even though it was just using her status as a woman. But that's the world that we live in medieval times. We had a big party. We hosted a party to her. Is there like a message system where I can see what recent messages came up? Because I would really like to check on her, and I didn't actually pin her, and I don't think she's... I'm not sure if she's living in the court. Oh... Hang on, there might be a way to do this. Find character. What the fuck was her name? Was it Amelie? No, find a person. Hang on. So they're in my realm, I think. I don't know anything. These are all family names. They are an adult. They're not... I think they might count as a ruler because they're a mayor, so I'm not exactly sure which to do. They are married. This is giving me some results. Is this her husband? No. Was it this guy was her husband? Hey, here we go, Amelie. The fucking hero of the realm. Who, to cover the shame of their fornication, I married them together. Although I think, yeah, she's still got fornicator as a trait. Let's pin her. Can we pin her? Yeah, there we go. She's living with the mayor of Kane. Where does he live? He's lowborn. That's fine, because she is too. Where do you live? Ah, here you go. You live right here. That's interesting, because I think we had the party pretty... Was it here? Or may have even been in that province. Okay, so she really scored well then. One child and you haven't even married it off. What's this, amateur hour? We haven't needed or had access to any particularly good alliances just yet. But, you know, just because I haven't used something doesn't mean I'm not aware that I can use it. It just means it's ready to be spent when I need it. Right. How are we going to attack Anju? Anjou is run by Hugo of Anjou, who seems like a furiously lustful, just vengeful person. This is probably not someone to be an enemy, but then at the same time, maybe that's a good thing. It looks like he's either sending an army off somewhere or he's traveling. How much does he like me? What? He doesn't like me for two. He would like me for my tough soldier. He would forgive my personal diplomacy, my focus on foreign affairs, and my virtue. But I have two provinces that very much should rightfully be his. It is duchy, so I maybe need to potentially even take the duchy off him first, which would be this bit. So Anjou and some more Salma, I guess. I don't know. Just have many kids and marry them off to anyone regardless of alliance strengths. You're thinking of kids as inexpendable. They're very expendable. It helps if they live. There is that. Believe me, I'm keeping my spouse as happy as is physically possible. You know, she's got loads of power. Got everything she could possibly need. She's so prestigious that anything that she births will just automatically be prestigious. Not as distinguished as me. It's not, was it illustrious? No, illustrious is the one before. Established. It's pretty close to becoming distinguished, honestly. But we have one child so far. Another Engeltrudis, who is 0, who's just been born. Just out of curiosity, we could marry her to a fucking prince of Moravia. Hang on, how big is Moravia? Show me your dad. King Rostalov the Great. Moravia could be big or small depending on what's going on. Oh, it's sizable, but it's small. There's a lot of things in it. He has much more troops, but it would take a fuck ton of time for him to get over. Could potentially be good. I mean, ideally I probably want like a East Francian alliance, right? What's this? Let's see. Who the caravan master, my courtier, another courtier, a lackey, oh, or your son. See, now that's actually a pretty good alliance. Look how many claims this guy has. Fucking yeah. Can we make this matrilineal? You will not accept minus 988. We won't do a matrilineal marriage. Are you the heir? Is that the reason? I think he is because he's the heir. Okay, I mean, this is such a good marriage. Because this will bring the entire kingdom of East Francia, presumably. Even though it doesn't look like he has that many within his own kingdom. It looks like Angria really calls the shots there. But yeah, fuck yeah, that's a good fuck yeah, that's a good alliance. Let's do that. Please be in him. Just and vengeful makes me laugh. You behave dishonorably. This makes me so angry. Now my nemesis. It means I get to do terrible things to you in the dungeon. Is that what the vengeful stuff does? I feel just and vengeful, but because in real life, but because I feel just, I would. It's not okay for me to torture people. That's kind of what it means to be just, right? I would think anyway. Well, my country, you could usurp the duchy. That would be fantastic. Although I don't know if it would actually let me, given that that's his primary title. Maybe it would actually, and it would even, if he's got vassals, potentially split them off. He's already having trouble, which is why I think it's a very aggressive shark thing to do. I say sharks aren't actually that aggressive. It's a very cat thing to do, because apparently they're quite territorial, depending on the relationship with the other cats, I suppose. You can use the primary titles provided the holder isn't at war. Have 4 more kids and ally of the countries between you and Morania sorted. I mean, honestly, you get prestigious enough. This is true in Crusader Kings too. You just pick what's the biggest one. Sometimes, if you're doing too well, they'll go, I don't know, political concerns. But they'll take a marriage off me, who's this big. That's interesting. What's going on in Bavaria? I wish it wouldn't keep going to Duchy View. There we go. Oh, I think Bavaria's fighting them for that section, it almost looks like. So they might call me into that fight. But the thing is, because it's AI, you never really have to join the wars very much. But they might make me do that. Okay, so we need claims on this guy. Council. Where's my council? Bishop. Could you go into the deep books and find proof that I am owed the the county of Anjou? He goes, yes, okay, I will write that immediately. You think you need to shag his wife and then claim it? I don't think it works like that. I think you claim it, then you shag his wife, I guess, if we're being so. Only if she wants it. You have an irrational hatred of Bavaria. I hate the flag, the colour, the in-game culture, everything about it. There's a few people that seem to have a Bavaria hatred, including Jackie Chan in the Jackie Chan Adventures cartoon. Who's just like, Bavaria. He's just like that all the time. I don't know what it is. Also, I feel like that was a thing in Atlanta as well, that they were specifically like, oh, Bavaria. But to be fair, they also did that for a few places, like the Netherlands and London, kind of. I need to get back to watching that. I stopped watching it, not for any reason. I think I forgot that I was watching it, or maybe it's because House took over and that became the only thing I had time to watch. Anything you hate more than Bavaria's Greater Bavaria? I mean, it's all close to oh, I don't know. It's all like Austria and stuff now, right? Like, I don't even know. I've been there, which is the thing. Somewhere around here, I think. I seem fine. It would feel weird living in a landlocked country, though, I think. I don't know why. It's probably some weird colonial thing of being able to feel like you can reach out to the sea. Maybe it would feel nice, actually. You're like surrounded by other cultures and countries, and it's generally usually quite easy to get to them. Maybe I would thrive in Europe. If only I knew more languages. I'm noticing that we can create a new man-at-arms regiment, which I actually am very interested in doing. Even though we do cost a lot of money. We don't really have like a source of money. But it would mean we have a decent amount more soldiers. I think we're gonna do it. So we've got general levies, just anybody with a sharp object. We got 10 out of 13 knights. You know, it's people, we just cover them in fucking armor. We've got a bunch of bows, you know, needed. We've got a bunch of pikes. We don't really have any like basic swords. As much as I love to go for onagers, I don't feel like they'll do very well if they're not supported by at least the basics, right? So we're gonna add some footmen, I think, even though they're expensive. There we go. And then we can station those as well, can't we? So where's the best place to station them? Rouen's already taken. Any of these seem to have the same stats. Would stationing them in somewhere that we're trying to gain control over help? I don't know. We'll station them here. There we go. That gives them some bonuses, I believe. Hi, Lunas Guy, good to see you. Man-at-arms that increase control. No, that's annoying. I mean, they're there. Maybe they're just as disruptive as they are helpful, which is probably more realistic to real life. Now, we were trying to please a bishop, weren't we? Did we please that bishop? Did bishop change? Hang on, we're still in the military. Get out of this. Powerful vassals expect council positions. Now, do you have any skills whatsoever? Some stewardship. You are better than the current steward, so okay. Erloin, you can become the new money guy. Mayor Valorant is get fired. I'm sorry. But he wanted it. He's better at it. Now, do we want to promote culture acceptance? I don't know if there's a need to. We're all French anyway. Yeah, even in the bits that we conquered of other people are French. This bit's not Breton, but I mean it's Breton, but maybe we want to leave it Breton. I don't think that there's really. I think you can encourage more revolts if you're a different culture or something, but like it's always manageable. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, we want to try and please Golsfrid of Maine, who wouldn't it be just his fucking luck? Wait, is he in a gay marriage? Oh, that's his regent. Damn it. I mean, I could have enabled it, but I didn't. So, he wouldn't you know it? He's actually better at stewardship than the guy that we replaced with the guy we fired. But he really hates me. He doesn't think I've been ruler long enough. He doesn't think I'm the right person for the job. He doesn't like the wars. Is this the guy? I think this is the guy I took the stuff off. So of course he doesn't like me. He wants to be on the council. He thinks I've got too much power. He thinks I'm impatient. I mean, I am. I don't think we're gonna please him. And we've already beaten him up. So I don't see how he's considered a powerful vassal. I think it's entirely based on land. Any promote acceptance of a plan to hybridize with that culture in the future? I don't even know what that means. I've never heard of that. Can we get more knights? You know, last time we brought in a really good knight. It actually was one of the best things we ever did. So, let us go and search. We're searching the entire world that we can speak to, of course. Oh look, it's the Basileus of the Byzantine Empire. I wonder if he'll come and work for us. No, they have to not be a ruler, I think, because otherwise they won't show up. Prevented gay marriage in a game during Pride Month. I didn't prevent it, I just didn't enable it. I mean, there's got to have been a gay marriage at some point. Gay marriage in medieval times. Homosexuality in medieval Europe. In medieval Europe, attitudes towards homosexuality varied from region to region, determined by the region culture. The Catholic Church, which dominated the religious landscape, considered and still considers it a mortal sin and a crime against nature. By the 11th century, it was increasingly viewed as a serious moral crime and punishable by mutilation or death. So they're not quite gotten as bad as they get yet. They'll get worse. Medieval records reflect this growing concern. I don't exactly like the way that all of this is written, because it does seem to still err on the side of them. The emergence of heretical groups, such as the Cathars and Waldenasians, witness a rise in allegations of unnatural sex conduct. Huh, so I guess if they were like... I wonder if they were a bit more queer, huh? Accusations were levied against the Orders of the Knights Templar as an attempt to suppress them. These allegations were dismissed by some scholars. Listen, no, there's gay people everywhere. You can't say that that's been disproven. There will have been gay people in their all-male group of soldiers. Whether or not Philip of France was trying to suppress the order, they would have been there. It's not telling me anything about marriage. Control F. Marriage. That's about straight people. Oh my god. So there's this thing where they're saying that they believed that the woman, if a woman was lesbian, then she would have a buildup of her seeds and cause the suffocation of the womb. The cure for this was a midwife to place hot items on the woman to bring her to orgasm. What? 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 Their solution was more lesbianism. Huh? It was urged that a marriage was the solution for this problem. But I assume you mean a marriage to a man. Laws against lesbianism were not as mainstream as laws for male homosexuality. What the and then they started burning people in the 1200s for being lesbian. Okay. Nothing, unfortunately. There you go. There's medieval. Of course, the medieval history of queerness is so much more incomplete than that. So much more complete than that. I mean to say that's such a like, what did the king think about this? Not like what were people doing. I have vaguely heard, but I don't have any sources or references for it. Unfortunately, it's just something I remember reading that amongst like peasants and stuff, there was middling, sometimes quite positive tolerance of trans people, in this sort of sense of almost like it could be read or as negative as positive, that if you wore clothes that were different to the gender that you were assigned, you would magically slowly transform into that. And what's weird to me is that sounds to me, as much as that's like, oh, don't do that, you'll turn into a woman, that also kind of sounds like if someone's doing that full time, they'll be like, oh, they transformed into a woman because they did that. That sounds transphobic to me. But no such history of that in this game, unfortunately. You're invading your kingdom now with all my gay soldiers. Please do. Hybridizing is a great way to jump the queue on innovations and steal OP cultural traditions. That's very much like EU4. That's a mechanic I've not really understood yet. Also kind of reminds me of Victoria as well. Make you a lieutenant, join the gay clusters of New Austria. Kafaz or Kekaso or Lalots. I mean, I think all of them were like, we don't think that the Catholic Church should be so rich and powerful. Or at least the priests shouldn't have like fuck tons of money. Seems like maybe things should be evened out a bit. There's a lot of like movements and rebellions and stuff within the medieval times that were fully like ideas that we would today say, oh, this is communism or this is whatever. Or, like genuinely like this sucks. We shouldn't have this. This should be better. Happening all the time, just being horribly suppressed, right? Not always being horribly suppressed. Sometimes winning out. I think they have to be a man to be a knight, unfortunately. Even though I feel like that's a position that it shouldn't matter. Actually, let me find out. Let me see if that's true. Eligible courtiers and vassals. They're all men. So it doesn't specifically say, or at least not in this menu. Do we have like a legal law thing? Do we? Oh, here we go. Gender law. Can we change this? Female. Can we do equal? So we've got male preference. Male rules get compliments and we're supposed to the faith. Yeah. It doesn't say anything about knights. I think that's just entirely about the succession of the crown. In Crusaders 2, you could change quite a few of the laws. But I don't know where that would be, or if this is just a new system. What's interesting too, that you can play as a converso. I wonder what that's like for role playing. What's that? A converso? Is that like a caravan band or something? That's the only thing I could think that there would be. No, I don't know I can change any laws like that. We should at some point get to building some stuff in some of these places. But we are probably going to have a war here fairly soon. Like maybe something in the capital, I don't know. Hunting grounds. Gives a little bit of tax, gives a small number of levies. Barracks gives a lot more, obviously. Military camps. I'm leaning towards hunting grounds. Seems appropriate, but I will need a lot of money, so maybe that'll have to be after the war then. So he's written that out. He's marked that out. He's saying, after a successful war, right? But we do need knights. You can let some women serve as knights only if you have it as a religious tenet, or if a cultural tradition that lets you pass an equal gender succession law. Conversos were Jews who were forcibly converted to Christianity in Iberia. Okay, so that's not, at least at this part, hasn't happened yet. Because apparently what they call it is a Jewish golden age in Spain is when it's the Andalusians, the Al-Andalus, because they generally tolerated Judaism, which you know is interesting. But Christians don't, Catholics don't, because Judaism is essentially a much better written version of the stuff that they're saying that's more accurate and defies a lot of their ideas of the magic supremacy of Jesus and stuff, right? Because they're like, well, Jesus left the religion to make his own one, in which he was the deity of. So, yeah, no, that stuff's not Jewish. Sorry guys. And they're like, how dare you how dare you say that we made this up and that we're not one continuous religion since the start of time, which I don't think Seventh-day Adventist is a thing at this point, so they don't think it's 4000 BC or whatever. Because I think doesn't like the Jewish calendar's in 5000 and something, right? I know that much. Did you really expect there to only be 1000 years between those two things? If you click on your faith and then click other faiths, you can see its tenet and stuff. Hang on. No, not that one. This one. Armed pilgrimages. Because this rules is this faith 20% less piety. So we're not quite at the crusading part, but we are on the fucking bunch of I don't even have the words for it. Going to attack somebody based on your religion, so you could take them over and make everyone be your religion. You gotta be a real cunt. Gotta be really cunty. Communion. Give the Pope gold. Monasticism. Force people to become a monk, I guess. And then what does that do? Is it useful to have a monk around? Probably not. Sins, of course. Lust, glutton. Oh wait, are there only 5 sins? Lust, glutton, deceitful, sadistic, vengeful. Where's like sloth and all that? That's why this is a big reason why we have fat phobia. Is because of this idea, and this is a big reason why everyone's like anti-sex. Weirdly, being deceitful, which is not one of the 7 deadly sins, actually. I don't know why they've changed that. It was working perfectly fine as it was. That's not. No one seems to care about that one. Male dominated, yeah. Does it say anything about knights? Only men can be commanders and knights. Okay, so that's how we would split off from that, I suppose. What are our virtues? Being chaste, yeah. Temperate, yeah, again. Honest, is it though? Compassionate, is it though? Is that a virtue of Catholicism? Or is that just currently a virtue of Catholicism, of this version in this year? And forgiving. Now that one I will agree with. I wouldn't necessarily agree with the implementation of that, but yes, this sort of abstract idea of forgiveness. That is actually one. So even though I'm not even sure if that's one of the... There's a proper name for the virtues. It sounds kind of Latin. I don't remember. There's all sorts of things in here, like marriage have to be monogamous. That's interesting that that's listed like that. Got to get an approved divorce. You can legitimate your bastards, but they are bastards. You can marry your cousins, aunts, and nephews, and uncles and nieces. You can have sex with your cousins, aunts, nephews, uncles, and nieces, and not be considered an incestuous. Although it doesn't say, it says it just won't be secret. So I guess it's just an open thing. Oh, crime doctrines, same sex is punished or shunned. It's not actually as far as that. That's interesting. Deviancy. What the fuck counts as deviancy? It's just having sex in a different direction, to be honest, is probably what it means. Can't cheat if you're a man because you'll be shunned. And you can't cheat if you're a woman because they'll put you in jail and you'll probably die there. Don't slay your close kin. Okay. Fratricide and acts like it cannot be tolerated. Says you'll be punished, but you just give him some money, to be honest. Hi, excuse. I get 1 and all. Had to do some stuff around the house. Damn this cleaning stuff. Why, oh, why? Let the dirt stay where it lands. Yeah, no, it's tough. Deviancy in this game means stuff like scat, bestiality, piss play. See, this is the thing, though. Medieval people were really, really into poop and piss. Like a lot, to the point where, like, I don't think it was dismissed as being bad. I think it was sort of tolerated based on how much people see. But I don't know. I mean, it's not something I've looked into too much. It's just something I've vaguely heard about. I don't know. I feel like they would say other things, right? Like, oh, you ate the wrong kind of foods whilst you were having sex, therefore that's deviancy. I feel like they would have weird ones like that. Characters as a witch trait are criminals, but then who determines if they're a witch or not? And we've got clergy stuff. Clerical function control. The clergy derives its authority. That gives me control growth. Okay. Only be men if they're in the clergy. They can't get married. Their job is for life. Okay. And our special doctrines are the teachings of Jesus. Non-Christian faiths with the Christian sequential tenet are considered hostile instead of evil. Plus 30 bonus for faiths that have the Christian syncretism. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. There are those in the world who adhere to the teachings of Jesus without acknowledging his divinity. Though blasphemous, we should still show compassion to these misguided souls as they one day become converts to the true faith, or we'll be able to use them in a big war. Oh, there's even a create new Christian faith. I imagine it needs, yeah, like 5,000 faith. That's not so much. Your old faith will consider you hostile. Close family will convert. That's very interesting. So if we wanted to do a Henry VIII or whatever... There's also a couple of events surrounding it. Events in game, not events in real life. Unless they are based on events in real life. We still haven't got a new knight. We've been kind of... Right. So we want to invite someone to the court. Excuse me. Why is my pasta choosing now to give me hiccups when I ate it like 3 hours ago? To be fair, I didn't eat it very quickly because I was like, oh, I'm going out. I'm going outside. Woo. Yeah, not in prison. What's this inspiration? Listen, I just want whoever's the best at fighting, which for some reason I can't see. Prowess, there we go. Who's got the best prowess? This guy's got loads, but he doesn't seem to like me. Now, this guy kind of seems to like me. I wonder if he'll just be invited to court. Will not accept minus 30. His opinion, because he's got a base reluctance of 50. Now, if I... That's not him. If I give him some money... Like, if I give him 50, that won't even be enough. He's got he's married, so we can't hook him in that way. Although actually, maybe if we look at this guy, we won't be able to marry him in, I don't think. We might be able to marry this guy in. What's his prowess? 16. Let's. Oh fuck, he's married. We need to search for ones that aren't married. Unmarried. Oh, they were all married. That's why. What about this guy? Prowess of that's a prowess of 0. He's not gonna come in. They think we're evil. Prowess of fucking 26 though. Can you imagine? Do they consider me evil? No, they consider me evil. Let's go to the first one that doesn't consider me evil. Here we go. That took a while. 21. That's fantastic. He's not married. He's 51. Let's get him fucking married. Bing bong bing. Oh, I've got to choose somebody. I don't have anybody. Can we invite someone to the court? Is there a thing for bringing in nice women to the court? It'll be in decisions, won't it? The cost scales depending on how different it is from your old faith. Interesting. You used to be able to just invite women to your court, which I guess that's not a thing anymore. We could just invite knights, but that costs money anyway. Okay, so we're going back into the searching thing. You know, he's huddled over his papers. He's looking at all these fucking maps, and not all the maps are accurate. And he's looking at the fucking big books that have the lineages and stuff. And he's going, you know, like, who the fuck, you know, I found a reference to some guy in someone's court, somewhere really far away. You know, like, you think that you know, that he'll come to the court. Oh no, we need to basically what we need to do is bring someone in the court purely so they will get married, so that I can bring someone else into the court. So not ruler, adult yes, gender female, gender woman. They probably gotta be younger than 60. As much as it would be nice to bring the Queen Mother of Bavaria. You think she'll just come in? No. She's got too many reasons to stay. Grand Princess Mutlu of Hungary. She looks pretty awesome. Could she I think not married is also something that I probably should have included. Unmarried. There we go. They're not gonna want to marry as much as I want her to be in my I want Demetra to be in my fucking court, right? But she won't, so fine, okay. You won't. We sort them by how much they like me? Opinion of me. Who's this Charlotte person? Will you come to court? No, because the opinion's not enough. Your opinion's so high. Oh, you might come to court. Pay for their travel expenses? How much will that cost? 25? I mean, you're gonna show up anyway, so just come to court. I'm sorry we're not paying for your travel expenses. That's an interesting new mechanic. Let's see if we can get maybe a few more wives for knights, I guess, is what we're doing here. Alice? No. Margaret? No. Dulce? No. Douche? Douche. I'm not exactly sure how to say that. Benoit. I'm really sorry if you know French or you're French in any way. But then at the same time, French is also a very, you know, put upon language on many parts of the world. So if I don't know how to speak French, am I somehow undoing that? But the answer is no, of course, because I'm British. So my position in terms of the inequalities of the world and the location around me is that I should be nicer to French people. You know, I should be slightly nicer to French people. I should be much nicer to everyone that's not French. To balance that out, I think. Okay, so we can only invite one person. That's fine. We'll just marry them to an extremely good night, I think. You can invite claimants and knights. Some of the claimants may be women. Is there just a invite claimants thing? Excuse me. Oh, there is. But we're not. We spent all our prestige recently. No one gives a shit. They want to see me do a new hit before they buy my products or whatever. People were just attacking their councils. People were just stacking their councils with people who have 50 plus skills. So they made it really difficult to invite unless you spend a bucket load of court amenities. I mean, there was a thing in Crusader Kings 2 as well, that they introduced basically if you go over a certain size of court, you end up having to pay money. But there's a whole DLC for court now, so I imagine it's very involved. That's exciting. Right, okay. Is there anything else we need to do? We kind of did the knights thing, I guess. Just unpause, I think. So the first thing that'll probably come up is the marriage. Yep, we got a fantastic, huge marriage. Such that it may be possible to just fucking declare a war on whoever I want. We'll see. Now, she's joined. We're gonna use her to marry the greatest knight that we can find. Hang on. So we go back to this one. Delete preset. No, reset the default. There we go. All realms inside diplomatic range. Not a ruler. An adult. Not married. And then we sort by prowess. We find the first person that doesn't think I'm evil. Which I think is this guy, Robert. Who's just a wandering adventurer. Listen, maybe stop wandering and get married to Esclamonde. Will not accept minus 250. Low fertility. For fuck's sake, I knew I should have got younger women. God damn it. Esclamonde, I'm so sorry. Well, listen, it's good to have useful women in court, so maybe we'll find something for you to do. Fuck's sake. So we're gonna have to search for a woman again. Inside diplomatic realm, all realms. Not a ruler. Yes, an adult. A woman, not married. Preferably who likes me a lot. Then it'll be easier to deal with them. How much more? 25. How much more money? If I give you money, how much? Plus 50, 17. So that's not good enough. Also, it closed my tab, which I don't like because now I have to click on this and then reopen it. Right. If we just keep going further and further down. Who's young? It's such an awful thing to say. None of you, you've got no reason. There used to be a thing where you could also include whether they would join court or not, and they've taken that away because they don't want you to just get people joining your court, I guess. But none of them want to. Who's the right? With 54 is like the most anybody likes me. Who's the youngest? We've got Margot. Why do you don't want minus 25? We're gonna try and improve your opinion of me. And then it will, if we improve the opinion, we'll then give you some money and we'll then invite you over and we'll then marry you to a knight. It's very convoluted, but we'll get a fantastic knight. Gazelle is the nun, so definitely not her. You can de-nun people, right? Okay, so that's that scheme. To the sensible Renard, I call upon you to honor our alliance and join me in the war against the tyranny of King Ludwig III. Right. So you're... Wait, hang on. Against? I thought that was you. Oh, as a defender. Wait, that's the most confusing way they've written that, because they're telling me this is wrong. This is wrong information. Because they fucking built this game out of AI instead of actually proofreading it. Come and join the war against the tyranny of King Ludwig III on the side of King Ludwig III as a defender. It should fucking say, come and help me. It shouldn't say, join the war against the tyranny. Because you're the one who's been accused of tyranny. The war shouldn't be you shouldn't be calling it that. What the fuck? I had a fairly good feeling that he probably would call me to war at some point, and it's entirely possible that the reason that he even gave me alliance in the first place is because his kingdom is not holding together so well. So it is kind of in my interests to help him win this, even though it's an internal struggle that I'm sure he will not struggle to win. But let's just have a look and see who these players are. So we've got someone who surrounds the capital. And there's also a Prince Archbishop. Now that's quite a fucking title. And then we also have this guy who's nobody from nowhere. So I have a weird feeling like they were like, oh, we want to take away this province. And they said no. And then the Prince Archbishop joined in. So I think what we will do is we'll join, but we'll beat up the little guy because it will be easier to do. So, raise all armies, please. Thank you very much. Let's see what we get. 1,000. 1,000. We only have that much? I thought we had double this number. I don't know, we're ready for big wars. 1,100. Now, let's take a little look. There's quite a few groups running around here, but they're relatively small. All the big fighting's going to be going up here. I think that's ideal. Now, is there a faster way? Would it be faster to go by boat? 1st of September, 12th of June. It's faster to walk. So we shall be walking to this place, I think. I think that makes sense. Or at least very close to it. Let's go. My ally, please help me in the Spike is a Big Bastard War. P.S. I don't call it that. Everybody else does. I didn't want to upset them any more than I already was. But I did want to win this war, so please. We printed tabards and everything. What's that little blue thing? Or is that just them getting healthier? Right. Off we go. 4 months of journey. It's March. Oh, lots of stuff's happening down there. I think we'll be okay. If we end up crossing paths of that, we absolutely won't. I think this is a war he's gonna lose. Potentially because lose, you know, even with my help. Right, maybe we can take someone off his back, right? Because the fucking Prince Archbishop or whatever. Although he's just gonna get replaced by another Prince Archbishop who's doing the same thing. So I don't know if killing him would actually help. But, you know, maybe we can scheme to murder him anyway? We'll try, but, like, I don't think we'll get anything from that. Unless... my spy go there and help. Support schemes. His main seems to be his little capital thing. We go... is that not how that works anymore? Or would you just support my schemes anyway, wherever I am? I don't have to actually send you there. You're like, well, there's a scheme, so I'm in on it. Swear to God, if he wins this, he better be personally tear down the castle's Angie for you. Yeah, I mean... again, it really does look like he's losing his main group of troops. Is there anything I can do? Do I have any marriages that would help? Is there an alliance view of some kind? There used to be this thing where it would show you marriage ties that you had that you could potentially leverage for alliances. Although that, I guess the alliance thing's different now. You marry your allied. It's like bomb. Whereas before it was like you married and then you ask if you can be allied, and most of the time they say yes, but there's a genuine chance that they say no, and then you're like, oh, what do we do? Right, -19 in this war already. I think because it's a war against the tyranny, it will probably be a law change that he's submitted. Oh, the king of West Francia, sorry, just died. I don't know about East Francia. Charles the Bald never even spoke to him or barely even knew he existed. He's been replaced now with King Louis the Stammerer, who, you know, honestly seems young and fresh. They're 30 years old, so they're a baby. I guess. Content, trusting, craven. Oh, we don't have to worry about this king at all. He's a nice. He just wants everyone to get on. Hey guys, thanks for appointing me as the king. And not causing any trouble about that. Thank you. Just everybody, if everyone would just get on, please. That would be fantastic. Thank you. I don't know why that's what he sounds like. That's what he sounds like to me. Yeah, it almost like doesn't want to tell anybody off properly. Oh my god, they're getting this war's so over. Why did we come here? I mean, we'll siege this town. Maybe we'll kidnap the guy and then that'll end the war. Oh, hello. King Karlman of Bavaria. One of the Karl brothers has said, "Yes, I will bring my 2,613 people over as soon as they're done whatever the fuck they're doing down here, fighting Italy, I think." But that's interesting. They do have quite a lot of troops. I think you need to bring in more. I don't know why. Anyway, that's your thing. Why are we here? Just to suffer? We don't want this kingdom to break up because it's the biggest alliance that we've got, and potentially is worth a lot of troops. Oh, never mind. The war's over because they captured him. It looks like he's been deposed. Fucking wasted alliance marriage. No, I guess we are just here to suffer, apparently. So what becomes of East Francia then? Who's in charge? This kid? Wait. This might be good. Is this child married? Is this child going to be married? We arrange a marriage. Hang on. Greetings, my serene vassal. You've been a loyal and devoted subject. Oh wait. Greetings, my serene vassal. You have been a loyal and devoted subject, and I wish to reward you for your service. In recognition of this, I'm hereby offering you the position of Steward of West Francia. Ha 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 ha! I'm the most trusted man in the kingdom. Thank you very much. I don't think I can do anything with that other than prestige. Or you betrothed your king to him. So are we therefore still allied? Because it's the same family? Wait, does it tell me where the alliance is? Oh, there's a break betrothal. Is this the same kid? Wait, have we accidentally... Is this why they want me to be the fucking... Oh, shit. This is why they want me to be the regent. They're like, your daughter's married to a king. You're basically in the royal game. You're in the Game of Thrones now. Oh, also I've been invited to a hunt. Let's get this army home. I guess it only has to cross into France. I wish it. Can we get it so it's not constantly in ducal view? I guess not. Yeah, let's go. Let's go for a hunt. Why not? Oh wait, it went. Huh? I'm clicking it, but it says I can't accept it. Okay, never mind. Guess we won't go hunting. Fuck you and your hunt. What? Oh, hang on. What did that say? No longer alliance of Prince Ludwig, because he's no longer a ruler. But alliance formed with the new King Frederick. Can we get an alliance of you? No, that's not how it works, is it? You get passive gold by being your liege steward and a couple of other bonuses, which I forget. I wonder if it says on this anyway. No. Oh, there's a thing that shows you all the money that you're making, right? Which I think is this thing, or at least, yeah. Can we pester this guy for money? I seem to remember we've got a hook, haven't we? So we should modify the vassal contract. Yeah, give me more money. And I'll use a hook. Oh, I don't have a hook. Okay, I thought I had a hook. I guess I don't. What do I need? Right, disband army, please. Go home. Make love to your wives. Who have immediately created a new family without you because they assumed you were gonna die. You were like, oh, what's that? You're going across Europe in the height of summer to go in a fight. No, you're not gonna be alive when you come back. I guess we don't have to murder this guy anymore. Right. Can we go to that hunt? Is that offer's over? Okay, the offer for the hunt's over. Fuck. Well, maybe I'll host my own one. Maybe we'll do that. We'll host our own hunt. See what you think about that. Or just go on a pilgrimage. No, we'll host our own hunt. Fuck it. I know it costs more money than we have. I think it's time to hunt. Oh, can we do a legendary hunt? No. We have to do a regular hunt. And we're gonna do it. Oh, we could do it there. Now we're gonna do it in Rouen because I want to build hunting grounds there anyway. So it's almost like I'm like, come lords and ladies and mostly lords, and see the potential this hunting grounds could have. Search party's level 2. Reasonable party. Manage guests. Can we? We'll decline because he's a craven and he's got no energy. That's funny. Also, to be fair, of course he's got no fucking money. He's just been. Wait, no. What has he been doing? So the king won't come. We can't get the king to come. He's too important, unfortunately. We got loads of bishops and things. Oh, we got the Prince of fucking Italy. All right, yeah. No, I'll take that. That seems like maybe our party's gonna be quite good. So let's do that then. View council and view lieges council from that window. Council, lieges council, steward. Oh, I'm the steward. I'm in charge of the money. I thought I was what am I thinking of? When fuck, maybe it does the same thing now because they have kind of combined certain roles into each other, and it's confusing to me. But I think that means if he pisses off, I'm in charge for a little bit. Effects on you: more tax, more domain tax, less building construction time, monthly stewardship lifestyle experience. Now, is that what I'm training on? Is that what I'm focusing on? Where's my education? Oh, I'm a tough soldier, so probably not the best place to put me in, but I seem to be good at it, so that's fine. Doesn't seem like there's anything else I can do in here, so that's fine too. Right, there I am. Look how sexy he is. It's like, yes. Ever since becoming a duke, I've felt very ducal. We're awaiting guests. And something about my horse. Oh, the peasants are upset in Lyon. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Are we doing this hunt yet or what? Oh, we're waiting for the guests to show. We're waiting 20 days for the guests to show up. What are we doing? Are we just fucking like, yeah, just like chucking rocks at those things? Oh, it's our long-suffering physician who we did make work through an illness. Falkers assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the woodlands near Rouen. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. There is clearly a stout boar in the area. Dangerous but worthy game. Yeah, let's fucking put Falkers in front of it. Peril dangerous, but it's impressive. Nah, fucking let's go. Let's do dangerous. We're overconfident. Found some tracks. As we amble in a group, I hear Count Gorsfried. He's a knight. He's just an irrational lackey, and he doesn't even like me very much at all. This is the guy. Is this the guy I took stuff off? Who is this guy? Tell me more about him. Oh yeah, no, it is. This is the leech guy. This is the guy who's been reduced to a count. Okay. He's behind me, hissing from atop his hunting steed. Look at that hysterical fop doodle. He points to my steward, Count Herloin, who seems to be having a hard time bearing the insults. We can punish him with a fucking belt, or we can basically just be like, hey, that's not cool. Don't do that. Or we can also join in the bullying of Herloin. And it will make me stressful, understandably. Okay, we'll just tell him off. Listen, right? Nobody likes you. That's why I'm Duke and you're not. So could you not just further dig yourself into a pit by insulting the last people who potentially would be your friends, you know? You're allowed to be here because of your title and who you are and stuff like that. But like, please make it easier on yourself. He's like, you can manually invite people for activities as well, useful for murder feasts, for instance. What, at the start or like midway through? Because I know that was a thing. Like if we go like, no, I don't see an option there. Never mind. Hang on, where's my hunt? Bring back my hunt. Just as my chancellor, Mayor Elaine. Now, is this the guy who got married? No, this is the other guy. I mean, he is married, but... Started to dismount, legs still dangling from the saddle. My impatient vassal, Count Gorsfried, made sure to bump into his horse, sending him tumbling to the ground. You again? Right, listen, fucking Gorsfried, okay? We do like you as much as we should, okay? But this is fucking... I have already told you off. Now you're giving everybody a difficult time, right? I do not want to have this conversation again, okay? Because I maybe will hit you with something next time. My vassal, Court Herloin, is the first to spot Sharpen's tusks. The powerful boar is hard to distinguish, but there is no doubt it's there, observing us through the leafy bushes. It locks eyes with me, almost as if the animal senses my intent and suddenly takes off in a flash of black fur. Right. So, we can just immediately hurtle after it, which is very perilous, and I will gain stress because I'm lazy, of all things. I didn't... I guess we're gonna get that boar. We can be careful because there is a ravine. It's still perilous. Or we can try and ambush it, but it will be a lot of fucking work. And I'll get stressed because I'm lazy. This is going to reduce my stress anyway. I think it will be so cool if we get the boar. So we're actually going to try really fucking hard to impress everybody. We need this hunt to work out because the fucking shitty... This shithead. My wasteful vassal crouches in the dense overgrowth ahead of me, fully concentrated on the approaching boar. I glance around surreptitiously. This might be the opportunity I get. Oh. Oh, we could kill him. Huh. Now, it's a pious thing to do to not kill him. But it's gonna make me even more stressed that I had the opportunity and that I wouldn't do it. Now, let's have a look at this. It's combined intrigue and prowess. Now, my intrigue is average. My prowess is average. Sorry, that's his. Where's me? Here I am. Fucking click on me. There we go. My intrigue is poor and my prowess is good. And there's almost a 50% chance of succeeding. But you know, the thing is, I actually kind of like that we keep someone around who has no power and we all hate, because it is very useful. Plant on his fucking head. He hates you before repair. And we're gonna let him live. Even though it's stressing him out even more. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Plans were for naught. Ah, for fuck's sake. I keep saying for fuck's sake, but genuinely it's like, shit the bed almighty. Our plans were for naught. The beast sensed our trap by wind or conveyance. Because I was too busy sweating about shooting him. Too busy complaining that the boar heard it. Refused to be led in ambush by our flushes. At last it slipped our clutches entirely, disappearing into the woodland. The hunt fails. We can hunt something else though, right? Hunts like these are pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. May Valerian gathers the disappointed party and exhausted household trip home. Ah, damn it. I mean, I lose most of the stress that I made, I think. I get better at hunting, so maybe the next time we do this with someone. Some other people enjoyed it. Every participating guest got some degree of renown, but I think that's probably more for just showing up, to be honest. Intent recreation ends up all this murdering sword. Let's leave this adventure. Maybe I should have tried to kill him, to be honest. But people like me more, so that's helpful. Except for this fucker, who dislikes me even more now. Rude, minus 40. Yeah. It's fine. He's gonna die or be replaced. Probably by one of his siblings who, well, you know, more like me than not like me, I would say. Right, we can ask my head of faith for claims. This is interesting. Poiters from Duke Ranulph II. Why? What's he done? This Aquitaine guy here. He's a treacherous villain, is he? Now that's a bit bigger than what I was expecting to be able to claim. I don't know why. Is it just because of piety alone? I think it is. Yeah, fighting the Duchy of Aquitaine is outside of my pay grade. Maybe after we get Andrew. Right. Right, did we invite that woman to our court? Did we do that yet? Or did that not work? Oh, that's right, I'm trying to sway her. 6 out of 10. We should learn about that soon. We had a little hunt. We spent all our money doing that. And we're really hoping fairly soon, it seems, we'll probably get a claim on Anjou. They'll find out that my grandfather or whatever accidentally won a table or something, and it counts as because the tables are, I don't know, you know, like real bullshit, real sort of lawyery stuff. My vassal, Mayor Leonard, what is he? Spymaster? Has arrived outside my castle with a grand procession of well-dressed diplomats, knights, and exotic entertainers. The fellowship resembles a parade led by Leonard himself. In a booming voice, whoa, Leonard announces he is here to pay homage, and he comes bearing gifts of gold. Such generosity is hard to find in the subject. Leonard's loyalty is truly something to treasure. Why is he doing this? Content, so he likes me. Cynical? Surprise. Just, I mean, I think, what, am I just as well? So he might like me for that. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not just at all. So he's come to give me some money. 50 gold. So it's just standard 50 gold. But yeah, okay, thanks. Or maybe I could get a friendship off him because I don't have any friends. But it will stress me out so much to ask him to be my friend. It'll cause 100 stress critical. I mean, he's the spy master. It would be good to have him as a friend. I'm just trying to see. Don't have any other friendships. My first friend. Listen, you don't have to give me 50 gold. And as he says that, he's like clutching the throne or whatever he's on. You don't have to give me 50 gold. Are you sure, my lord? But your coffers. No! The coffers are fine. Keep the money. Wait, hang on, that only actually gains opinion. That doesn't actually make him a friend. It does increase my renown by some degree, though. Yep, keep the money. You become overwhelmed with stress. Lately, it feels like I am constantly distracted by lascivious thoughts and erotic fantasies. Wait, what? So he's like, my friend, I've come in to bring you 50 gold. 50 gold, almost a year's income. And he goes, no. And then he leaves. And he's like furiously masturbating about it. Like he's got some kind of weird, like, sort of reverse paping situation where you deny the money. And that's the fucking erotic thing to him. Gosh, hang on, my glasses are... Every single part of my glasses is broken. Except for the lenses, I guess. So I have to keep adjusting them to keep them on my face. Just go to a brothel and be like, listen, can you pretend to offer me some money and then I'll pretend to refuse it, please? My wife doesn't understand. Sequester myself, just stay in a room and look at pictures of of like merchants denying money and stuff. Bite my lip and try to stay focused. It will just make me more stressed. He's not gonna cheat on his wife. He's gonna just stay indoors. He's become reclusive, unfortunately, because he's really found this thing. Oh no. I mean, we're less stressed, but we're worse at money and we're worse at diplomacy, understandably, because we've become so... We did this for friendship? Did we even... We never even made a friend. Oh, thank fuck. The bishop, who is not dressed well at all for some reason, is like, hey, I'm proud through the documents of both ancient and of less certain provenance. I have found enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of the country of Anjou. Just give me some money and then I'm going to bed. Oh, good. You know, if we had 90 golds, that would be fantastic. Do we want to go into debt for this? Because I think if you're in debt, you also can't start a war. Wear rags when they're ill. Oh, he's ill. I just feel like he's just come out of bed, basically. Oh yeah, by the way, last night, King isn't even supporting. I'm not the king. I'm the duke, actually. Probably should have. Fuck it. Let's go into debt. But we does need now we have a claim. Ooh, and we've gotten a perk on the thing that we've been focusing on, which I think means, oh, we can pick a different thing, can't we? We can become scary, or we can reduce the cost of Casus Belli, which would that apply to the war that we haven't even started yet? Or would that apply to the cost that it would have been before? No, I guess it would be the actual war thing. Yeah, let's do that, because we will need that. Do we want to change our focus? Because I feel like that will make these go faster, right? But, you know, which one would I want? What does Overseer do? I don't know if you can get 2 of these. Strategist. Yeah, it's just more martial. More martial experience. Oh yeah, no, it does give specific. Oh no, it says martial experience, so it should be for any of them. I don't know. Everybody really likes that I'm chivalrous. And it has made my prowess better, which is something I'm terrified is going to get tested at some point. So I don't want to reduce my prowess, I think. But we're probably fine to just stay in there, I think. Experience is the same regardless of the focus. Okay. Okay, good. Fantastic. Right, we have a new message. We're in debt. That's true, we are in debt. I wonder if there's any decisions we can make, like... Give us some money. Oh, I can seclude myself. Yeah, this is... that's a lot of debt. I'm just gonna go... oh no! All the prestige that we made in the first place. Fuck it, listen. Just get him a bit less stressed. Shut the door behind me and take one step into the quiet room. I breathe in deeply and out. And in and out. And in and out. And faster and faster. I have given the servant's order not to let anyone disturb me, so no matter what happens... And as my shoulders relax, I know this is exactly what I needed. Truly at peace. Masturbating to images of merchants refusing money or whatever. How are we gonna make this gold? Now, I don't know if we can already declare war against this guy. I have a feeling that it will say you cannot declare war while in debt. Yeah, so we need some money. What's the Met Council doing? Are you raising taxes? Seems to be functioning. Let's improve domestic affairs, because as much as this shithead doesn't like us, we are getting all the other vassals to like us, and I think that means we'll potentially get more troops from them. And that would be good. Still trying to increase the control there, that's not going so well. Disrupt schemes, please, because I don't want to get murdered. It would be a bad time to get murdered, because I imagine shortly after also my daughter would get murdered. And that would be the end of me. You can switch to a non-martial focuses, you'll just gain experience more slowly. Oh, so all experience is for everything. It just depends. You just spend it based on what your focus is? Ouch. Yeah, what are we waiting for? Money. Don't have any money. Don't have any money. Nearly swayed Margot, but then we don't have any money to give her, so that's not gonna go so well. Wife, can you make us better at stewardship? Because I think we get more taxes that way. Advice future regent, if you become unable to rule. Let's preview your future regency. Open the realm menu. The regent presumptive is Duchess Engeltrudis. I feel like I've already had this tutorial. The future regent is shown here unless you designate one, the candidate with the highest regency succession score will be picked. Okie doke. You can designate a regent using this button. There's no reason that I wouldn't have Engeltrudis. Excuse me. If a current regent dies or is otherwise unable to act as a regent, the next character in the succession order will take their place. Which could be Count Herloin of You, who likes me. Bishop Alphonse of Neustria, who it took some work to get him to like me. Mayor Onfroy of Haircut, who's just had one. Leonard of Cain, who is Amelie's husband. I would be okay with that. Because it would mean that Amelie, basically. I trust Amelie. Right, there we go. We've learned that tutorial now. I think the game's showing you the future regent is a bad sign? What, you think like he's about to get sick or something? Oh look, here's something. It's not long after the sun has set down that my spy master, Mayor Leonard, approaches me on my way to my bedchamber. My liege, your gallantry is well known and admired amongst your vassals, but Such courtly bearing tends to draw envious reactions. Even now they whisper you have some other more lecherous intentions. Oh my god, do they know about the fucking... I commissioned so many paintings of merchants denying money. That's why we're in debt. Oh my god. Raise an eyebrow. If that wasn't everything, you wouldn't look as troubled. My liege, there are rumors that you were involved with King Louis II's spouse. Oh no! And he seems so... he seems so pathetic that it seems like he would just be like, okay. She doesn't like me. Fucking Tengri. Did you know that Tengri people, my understanding is, at least at this time period, consider trans people to be very good? And I want to know if that's still a thing in Tengrism. Because anywhere that thinks the trans people are great, I'm like, hey, can I, you know, just hang out here, please? She likes gallant and chivalrous. In fact, that's, you know, and tough soldier. She likes all of these things about me. So maybe that's why they would think that. Denying accusations immediately. I gain 100 martial life experience. King Louis gains 10 experience of me, but he's still suspicious. Oh, that's there's a 15% chance of it succeeding. That's not very good. It would only bring more attention to the matter, so we just lose some prestige. I must go and talk to King Louis myself. I'm so shy. 48% chance of convincing him. 51% chance of not. Let's just listen. Wife, actually, can you help? If I change her what she's doing, if I change it to intrigue, will this +2 help? Help me. Is there anything I can do here? I'm not sure. Yep, we're gonna do. Ah, fuck. He's so stressed because of his fucking like money denial fetish or whatever. It's just the lies are piling up. So now he's gonna go and do the one thing that's gonna set him off more, is fucking go and deny that he's got an affair with Queen Parspit. Yeah, all of the names are great. King Louis, listen! I don't even know your wife. She doesn't like me. I would have no... I'm honorable. Please. Please believe me. Did it work? It didn't tell me if it worked or not. I don't think I got a mess. I don't think I got a message for that. I must have missed it. Oh, it failed. Oh no. So it's like, why would he come all the way here just to say that? Oh, we did sway Margot at least, but we got nothing to give her. So now it failed. You're not stressed? Yeah, it is. Look how stressed he is. 144. Well, I guess we can just... well, we can't seclude ourselves. They won't let us do it for 2 years, basically. We're in debt. Someone's preaching unorthodox doctrine because my bishop sucks so much. Someone was like, what does Jesus think about my pies? Oh, Jesus would love your pies. Oh yeah? Where does it say that in the Bible? Oh, Jesus said, and such and low, the pies will flow. Listen, I must go. There's a very important cardinal meeting, but you're not a cardinal. Bye. Fucking everyone's like, I'm sure that bishop was very good at this. I'm gonna tell the Duke about this. Also, everyone I meet on the way to meeting the Duke. Fortunately, from our taxation, we are getting closer to being out of debt, thankfully. My oh, what's this independence faction against King Louis? Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Is there a way I can look at this? Is there a faction screen? Factions against my liege. Liberty faction. Oh, it's just a bunch of random, small lords. And then the independence faction, which just contains... Oh! Barcelona is a part of our... Huh. Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't join that because I would like to stay in, but like, if Barcelona wants to leave, I think Barcelona should be allowed to leave. Could have another mental break. Yeah, no, I figure that's coming fairly soon. To my liege, it's Valerian of Vernon. I have been hosting your Chancellor, Mayor Lane, for several weeks, and he has helped me truly see the splendor of the realm under your rule. I am nothing less than honored to serve as your vassal. It's like, hey, you know when that bridge got built? Oh yes, a very useful bridge that was. Yeah, that was from money that we got off the heathen hordes that we defeated. Oh, so the Duke did that, did he? To my vassal. No! He can't. He's so suspicious of me cheating on his wife. He doesn't want me anywhere inside the court anymore. He doesn't want me in the royal thing. So he's just like, I hoped it would. I hope. What was his voice? I hoped it would not come to this, but I am left with no other option. I must rescind your appointment as steward of West Francia, effective immediately. Law has been broken. Fuck. He's terrified. I have a dreadful reputation. He's terrified to say this. He's under so much pressure to fire me that he's fighting against his fear of me. To tell me that I'm fired and I can't be around his wife. Wait, is my wife also upset about this? Neglected me? Why have I neglected you? I haven't. No. Please. Please, wife. I promise I'm not. I've got 0 dread. Really? Where's my dread? Where do I see my dread? Okay. I think, didn't it say like it's not because of that, it's because of dreadful oh no, okay, so he's just scared of everybody. Okay. I mean, listen, I thought my fears to be honest to him. He's firing me. Okay, well, I guess the debts won't get paid as quickly as I may have liked. All this from fucking trying to get a friend, right? And discovering a king. As you do, as always happens. We need to restore ourselves in oh fuck, what's that? Are we getting invaded? Raiders of Horrorland. I have no idea how you say that. These are letters I don't recognize. Sweet smiles and little lies, just like any other children her age. My daughter and heir, Engeltrudis, sometimes lies and tests boundaries. However, she often avoids suspicion with her sweet demeanor, and people often forgive her when she does get caught. Wonder just how much she'll get away with. Aims to trait charming. Oh, that's okay. You can be charming. Oh, they're going upriver, are they? No, they're going straight to Rouen. Raise the troops, quick. We're about to get raided. Oh, we were too busy. We were halfway through raising them. Raiders tend not to be very well equipped though, because I think they're all carrying like big money bags, so they don't have as many weapons and gear and stuff. What's this? Who's this? Some child? Oh, that's my ward. Why did I make him a ward? What was the reason for that? Oh, because he's Werner's son. Oh, they named their daughter Emily as well. This is the guy. I should also have a pin on him, to be honest. I'm gonna, when he gets old enough and he's a well-behaved child, I'm gonna give him some land, and he's gonna be the first of his family to be nobility, based on the heroic work of his Very dead father. Should have shot that guy in the head. You reckon he's the source of the rumor? You might be right. My ward Adamar approached me in a rare display of courage and openness. Oh, interesting. When I need it, I expect you to be there for me. Gain a weak hug. This is what it's mean to be a guardian. You grow closer to forming a friendship. You know what? I think that's good. If my friend has to be Luna's son, that's fine. And it seems we did repel the raiders. We're just gonna follow them to the border of the country to make sure that they leave. Actually, that's not the border of the country. That's the border of my fiefdom, I guess. Alright, go home, everybody. Good work. Everyone getting fucking killed like halfway putting their gear on. Yeah, I think that is Vikings though, isn't it? How are they doing? Sweden seems big. Ireland seems big. Skåland seems big. Skåne seems big. Or they probably say like Skåne? I don't know. That's what Danish people sounded like to me. Like, hello, Skåne? Like very, very sort of like quiet almost a lot of the time. Hard to find like a loud, brash Danish person. I feel like they did exist. I feel like I never came across any of them. Anything I need to do? Oh, we can ask for Head of Faith for claims. Now, are there any that are useful? There's the Duke of Savoy. The Duchy of Savoy. Where is that? Is that this one? It does border us. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Nah, I don't think we will. If it's not Anjou, I'm not interested. Anjou is the way to go. Hey, we gained some money because the steward doesn't suck. Fantastic. I'm so glad we fired the previous guy and put you in charge instead. He's a fairly good vassal, Hairloin of you. And he likes me as well because I stood up for him. Right. The question remains, are we ready to fight? I say yes. Our claims, the country of Anjou. It seems like it's just one small province, but it will make us a double duke. Yep, let's do it. Let's call it to war. Our allies and their allies. It's gonna be interesting. Right, start the war, and then you're supposed to be able to calling ally King Frederick. Yes, please. Even though you're what, like 6? That's fine. Your parents, I think, will be like, not parents, sorry. Your teachers will be like, well, you have to honor this. It's the first lesson of being a king. You got to go to your allegiances and fight the battles. And don't worry, young king. It's just some province off in West France here. It'll be nothing. It's like, this is gonna be potentially quite a bloody fight. Raise the armies. Elaine's been a faithful fellow. I felt sorry for him after the dickhead was bullying him. I felt sorry for him. Of course, I shall join you in this war. Our first shall learn to fear the men of East Francia. I do it right. Aw, you little king. We're teaching you. Ragnar doesn't hate me as much as he used to. He's growing. He's getting better. How old is Ragnar's 6? Oh, Ragnar's 16, which means he's old enough to have lands and stuff. It would be so interesting to invite him to court, but like, excuse me, he's never gonna do that. He's the only member of this dynasty. What's this? Oh, that's the people we're attacking. Okay, so how are we gonna do this war? There's not really many river crossings to take advantage of except for in Rouen, but I don't know they're going to go straight for Rouen. So it could be worth going around the back, sieging some more, and then going over to Anjou. I know I'm mispronouncing every single one of these. If you give him lands, he might form Norman, which can someday lead to English. Okay, well I mean, I'm just keeping an eye on him then. He doesn't have to go anywhere, it doesn't have to mean anything. Right, can we go... No, let's go a little further out like this. Yep, that's how we're gonna do it. Because the river crossing should potentially give us... Also, oh, we are on the other side of a river, so we do want to maintain that. We see the allies coming in there. Who's this? Herloin. In our latest correspondence, my steward Count Herloin made a mention in passing about the state of his troops. I did not know you were so invested in the subject. These letters are supposed to be strictly diplomatic in their nature, but of course they sometimes dip into more personal topics. Yeah, let's talk about it. Tell me about your troops, Herloin. Something has happened. Oh. Oh, hang on. In a surprise twist of turn of events, Aquitaine and West Francia have split into two respective kingdoms. One of them being Carloman II of Aquitaine, 10 years old. When was the last time we had this guy, Karl the Great, who died some time ago now, like 60 years. That's interesting. They've changed the date of what he was in Crusader Kings 2, which makes me wonder if he wasn't historically accurate before, and they just pushed him forward to be in the game. Yeah, Carloman 2. Off to a good start. All of Aquitaine ripped West Francia into pieces. Now, this is bad in many ways, because what potentially could start happening is Aquitaine could just start pulling pieces out of West Francia, and me having wars inside to control more of it is something that's likely to destabilize it. So... Now, we were given options by the Pope to potentially ask for claims on them, but the thing is, like, this is going to be big, right? 1,500, that's not so good, but he's probably going to have allegiances. So maybe we can take advantage of this. Maybe we can move from Anjou into Aquitaine and start taking bits of it. But, you know, all of this depends on the success of everything else. Oh, and we're also at war with Bohemia for some reason. 4 years ago, I didn't even notice. Also, allegiance entered Regency with their mother. Can we give her anything? No. 10-year-old has managed to acquire more land than you. That's always what it's like being him. You see someone who's like in their 20s, and you know they have a fucking job, and I don't know, all of their goals, all of their like appearance goals and transition goals and all that stuff is met, and you can't help but feel like, oh, I'm not very productive with my time, am I? And you have to dismiss that because. Oh god, you never know. And also luck is a huge thing. I was talking to someone who like really looked out in something that could have cost them like 20 grand. It's just like, well, it is what it is. The 20-year-olds think that being 20 is old, and so have warped our whole society. To be fair, it's the pressure put on them. It's not them themselves, but they do perpetuate, I guess, to make us think that we're all old. And actually, no one's really old. You're not old until you're old. So yeah, comment to Electric Boogaloo. Now, I know that it's not anybody's intentions when they say Electric Boogaloo, but I've seen Electric Boogaloo used so often to be a shorthand to mean the Second Civil War of America, as in to restore slavery. And I know, I'm not saying it's connected like that, it's just the majority of where I've seen it has been that. So every time someone makes that joke, I'm like, it's potentially a red flag. But I'm not saying it isn't you. It's not. I'm not saying don't say it, because obviously it's a joke that everybody says. But that's just the thing I always think of every single time. Your 17 joints were fucked. You felt very ancient. Oh, by 17 your joints are fucked. Yeah, no, having like a physical issue, when you're in your 20s and 30s and stuff, does suck. It really does suck. Right. So who the fuck's this? Oh, this is the kid. This is the king that got left behind. This is the 13-year-old king. Forgiving, content, deceitful, and rowdy. So he's a little bit like his dad, but then also quite a lot not. He's got some trouble ahead of him. It looks like his mom is his regent, which is interesting. So his other son's regent is just some fucking guy. I mean, look at this kid. Like, he's a bully. You can tell he bullies people, right? And this guy's just like, no, yes, good. Hit them more. Like, they're all trying to gain all this power. But my one, the nice one, the good one, King Louis. Look, he looks like a good boy. He looks like he genuinely would put the time in, right? He's actually, you know, he's got like a weird streak or whatever, but that's fine. Electric Boogaloo is the second movie in the Breaking movie series from 1984. Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, and that's how it became the meme. But then it's also a meme among them, I guess. It's not that big a meme. It's not one of these things where I'm like, we should stop saying this because it might support or intern. It's nothing like that. It's just this thing of like, that's the thing I know that's connected to it. So whenever I see it, I think of that. Oh, so I'm getting back on the council. He's like, listen, listen, I know you weren't sleeping with my mom because I'm always with my mom. And wait, this is a different mother. Wait. Oh, you're a different fucking kid. You're like, oh, I didn't even care about that. Listen, get on the fucking council as a marshal, the thing that you want to do. He's smart. His mom's advising him very well. Oh, yeah, I'll be the marshal. Although, you know, we're probably about to have a big countrywide war, so we go. Got you fully unaware of that? You were a breakdancing kid, so that's where it is in my life. See, I don't know anything about breakdancing, so I feel like maybe if I knew more about that, I would be around that more often and I would have that association instead. It is a sort of like, you know, when people say stuff like, was obviously Clark is like, you know, don't stare into the abyss kind of thing. In order to fight fascism, although often just because I'm exposed to it so often by being trans or by being weird or by being queer in some other way as well, like all of these sorts of things, or being poor even, or like hating racism, like you run into the far right so often that you have to know how to deal with them. So I feel like I got this big fucking repository of like, you know, what their red flags are and what their tactics are and their intentions and how they work together. But it becomes very, very cursed knowledge because you see some quite otherwise seemingly innocent things and then you go to people like, oh no, this is the site of, you know, like this is this thing, this is this awful thing or something. Oh, do we have to be these kind of different provinces? Yeah, I suppose they do. Yeah. But some stuff is unavoidable. Like the fact that every time, especially if I post something about being trans, I'll very often get hate and potentially even death threats from people specifically using all manner of Pepe avatars and stuff like that. And then I see any version of Pepe. This isn't even the only reason that I'm like traumatized by this, right? Like I see it and I'm reminded of it and I'm like, oh, that makes me feel fucking awful. That ruins my day. You know, can we get rid of this? And everyone's like, why? It's just a cute drawing. Like, I'm trying to imagine some other equivalent of that isn't just a swastika, right? Like, you know, like someone drew like a weird symbol on your house that also was I don't know. You know, it's horrific. It sucks. But it feels like I know weird cursed knowledge that nobody else does. Is that city being sieged? Yeah, they sieged this one and we're sieging this one. We'll go catch that up in a second because we've got more troops. That's his grandmother. Oh, okay. You had to convince someone I know to remove Tom Hardwood of GB News as a friend on Facebook today. I don't know anybody who's in GB News because I just automatically assume that it's bad. The faction has enough military power, will send an ultimatum soon. Peasant rebellion. That's fine. We'll squish him. Easy peasy. Right, okay, we've taken this one. Now, Let's go up through this way. Oh fuck, there is a river crossing there. Oh no, I'm sick. Ducal peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortals. I was reminded of this as I don't know. I was reminded of this as I woke coffin in the early morning hours. A dull ache pounded through my head and my throat. You seem to be under the weather, my lord. Oh wait, it's Falcus, so it's probably. You seem to be under the weather, my lord. I know a fair number of suitable remedies. Do whatever's necessary. Do no more than is necessary. You kind of have to pick this one because otherwise they start fucking chopping your limbs off. And it might work, but also, like, you know, you need... You say split the army, have one lesser assault, and then equivalent to fight the raiders. The bigger numbers, the better, because also... What if I lose my ally, and then I have to fight them with the remaining troops? I have about the same number of them as that. Although they do have an alliance coming on. The bigger the numbers, the bigger the kill that you do against them. So it won't matter, because then I can just pick up all the provinces anyway. So as I used to go to St. John's under the escalator at the front, where they would all hang out and spin on my head or back. So now I have really bad pain in my back. What? You used to get spun around by an escalator? What? I don't understand that, sorry. What? You used to get... What? Like... Used to go to St. John's under the escalator at the front, where they used to hang out and spin on my head or back. Oh, you're talking about breakdancing. I'm so sorry. I understand now. That makes so much... Sorry. I thought you were just like going on one of those electronic escalators because I kind of misread it and then fucking spinning around on it or something. Although I mean, that'd be breakdancing as well, wouldn't it, really? Back spins and head spins, dance moves. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. But, sorry that you got pain in your back, though. That sounds bad. Never ever pick too late for caution. You end up being castrated or something. I think if you've got, like, extreme cancer or something, sometimes that ends up being the solution. Falkers offered me a clear potion and a gilded vial. As I had tasted some previous remedies of Falkers, I was worried at first, but when I drank it, I could detect neither odor nor taste. I inquired about the ingredients. He told me it was a secret recipe. The mysterious potion did nothing to improve my state. In truth, I think it made me worse. Worsened disease symptoms. So he just gave me some water, and I just got sick anyway. We probably do need to cross a river before. There we go. If we can attack them from that direction, we'll do very well. Oh, see, they're moving now because they know I'm gonna catch them up. And so begins the chase across the country. Well, they're probably just going to, because that's hills and woodland. Although I think it might just count as hills, so they get better defense. No, they're just running for it. What? Where are you going? Come back. We promise we won't kill all of you. We can't make that promise. Will I get there first? No way. Ah, shit, they crossed the river. Cross the river. There we go. And we'll fight them here. In their own territory, but that's fine. Come on, lads. Do the windmill as well as the biggest achievement dancing. That's... Whenever I learn things about this about people, I'm always incredibly amazed. Especially if they're things that I've never done or could do. I'm always like, whoa, what? Right, so we won that battle. That's a pretty good, sizable battle. And then we can go and get Maine back. They've got that few troops. We might just be able to win this war based on winning battles. Oh my god, there's so many messages. Now we can fucking claim fucking Freezer and Holland from whoever this is. Duchess Yvonne. Oh, she's a 6-year-old child. Who can we marry you to? not like thinking like that. I know it's a game, but it is uncomfortable that it's a mechanic. Did we have any kids? We could marry now. Aldemar deserves something better than that. Because, you know, if we're just gonna fucking take them over anyway. Oh, we have to fight this one. You always be the defender in the hills there until you don't control the holding. Oh, really? Because I guess it's because it's like your local land that you know better. But what's going on there in Anjou? Oh, that's just my ally. I was like, wait, are they being attacked by another army? And it's like, yes, your allies, remember? Used to be able to do the worm. I haven't done that in years. I've done the worm. I've definitely done the worm at some point. Not a smooth worm either, no. I'm not very physical. I want to get into swimming because I like swimming. Oh, did I get better? I got better. Coleman has become my new liege. Okay. Wait, did West Francia reform? Did they fucking... They did. Sorry, East... Yeah, West Francia. I keep nearly calling it East. They moved the capital. Wait, no! No! It's the bully kids! No! Not Coleman the second. Did he kill his sibling? He died of pneumonia. Fuck. Not the bully kid. I mean, I guess I'm glad the realm is back together. Although, it does seem like maybe two of the provinces are like, actually, no. Yeah, Barcelona. That's fine. Let Barcelona leave. Just speedrunning through kings over there in Paris. Well, it's not even in Paris anymore. It's over in fucking the barony of Grandmont. The country of La Marche. It's central. I'll give them that. It's no Paris. Whereas Paris is like... Yeah, on the big river, which makes sense. You want to have a big city, you put it on a river. Well, you want to have a city, you put it on the river. Really. Realistically. King Louis II's be excommunicated of Italy. Okay, well that's not really... Speedrun Kings, now there's a game. I mean, you can set up challenges for this game very easily. Like, oh, do this within this time, XYZ. Oh. Off go the Vikings. It's taken us a lot longer to siege this down than I expected. Although, I think it's better to siege down stuff that's within your own territory because the attrition won't be so bad. I think. Although it might not work like that. It might be if they're captured, it counts to the same attrition anyway. But at least in Crusader Kings 2, it was like that. World record die of syphilis run. Hey, you know, actually, that wouldn't be so bad. Though you get lusty and then you just try and seduce every single person. So it's really just a case of whatever RNG gives you an event like that first. Getting married to a lot of people also can help that, especially if they all have like lusty qualities or whatever. Right. We want to cross. Can we not cross this way? Do we? Oh, we have to fucking. Okay. We're gonna go around. Some guy has a claim on something else. Oh, my notable guest. My name is Udo de Orleans, and I have a claim on Marburg and Nassau. Where's Nassau, you say? Far, far away from here. It's the land of your ally. Should I kick you out then? To the worthless Duke Renard, we have been burdened with your oppressive laws for far too long. No more. We are done paying you taxes. Once your coffers dry up and your larders are empty, you will wish you had treated us more fairly. Yeah, fucking go for it. Except also... Sorry, peasants. You must die. Spawns an army of peasant rebels proportional to the country's levies. Oh, but they look like they're split up. Yeah, rally the troops. Well, we're going in that direction anyway. So, oh, they've not raised them up. So maybe if we get there in time. Unless that is all of them? I thought they were supposed to be equivalent to my troops. And this is going to be easy. Be out of money in 2 months. Well, that's good, because that's more than enough time for me to kill them. Also, it's just going to be this bit that's not offering us taxes, right? Presumably. Oh yeah, please, Frederick, help me with this. Actually, you don't need to help me with the peasant uprising. I can do that by myself. I can declare war on... Oh, it's exclamation war. Okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Meet peers off to play. My daughter and Engeltrudis has been invited to a gathering of peers by Court Aima, who's 9. Arbitrary and rowdy. Oh, my daughter's 5. But she wants to go, she's excited. Listen, right? I've heard that Court Aima is like irrational, right? Kind of mean, he's rowdy. Get him to talk about books, right? Get him to talk about his learning. Try and don't get in any fights. You know, how old is Regent? 35? He looks a lot younger than 35. Also, he's the fucking... Is he the marshal? No, he's just a mayor. Alright, come on, go meet some peers. It will be useful for you when you get older. Meet peers has like a 70% death rate. No! Why didn't you tell me that? Why didn't I read that before I sent her? My daughter and heir. Oh fuck, are they getting in the sea? Don't get in the sea. Where do you even get the ships from? Who's giving you ships? Can I attack you in the sea? Or just get there fast enough? What's the solution here? I'm known for my dedication to my faith. Oh, I'm faithful. Ah fuck, they're going like all the way to the capital. Let's just go down and fight the people we should. Fucking the peasants won't be able to get in at Rouen. Rouen. Won't be able to get in at Rouen. I'm just gonna call it Rouen. Rouen. At least I think they won't be able to get in. Oh no, they can still siege it. What does that say? Oh no, it's blocked. Yeah, all they can do is just fucking hammer on the walls, and we're just like still accepting deliveries of food and stuff. We're fine. Rip. They just seem to drown a lot when meeting peers for some reason. I wonder if it's just one of these things of like, it's a lot easier for them to have intrigue events against them or something. Oh shit, I'm not fast enough. Oh, they are, because they're crossing the river, but that's nonsense. Don't do that. Oh, thank fuck. Engeltrudis has come back and she's fine. Whew. Whew. Didn't drown. Just what it's like to be a parent, probably. It's just see them die every single time they go out. Because that seems to be how my parents responded to me going outside the house. Gee, I wonder if that helped me develop fucking agoraphobia, maybe. You could ransom Count Bouchard. Oh, because we got a prisoner. Yes, please, we have no money. Get out of here. And we'll probably be, I mean... Wait, who are you? I don't even remember. Well, oh yeah, you're the person we're fighting, I think. Or... You work for the person we're fighting. I'm so glad my daughter didn't die. I'm so glad. Oh, my back. Oh, I need a new chair. I need a new chair. This desk is fine. It's got to be a chair, I think. It needs to be this level instead of this level. That's all it needs to be. But the honestly, the way they make office chairs is basically the advised weight limit is more or less my weight, and I'm like, come on, there's way bigger people than that. Are you seriously? That's the point that you stop off with a chair? It's not that hard to make a solid object. You just put a bunch of triangles in it. The chaos of battle. A sword strikes across my chest plate. An elbow slams into my helmet. The soldier easily avoids my clumsy counter. The mock battle. Oh, it's a mock battle. Wait, we're doing a mock battle? I struggle to find my focus. I'm tempted to let my guard down as soon as the fighting lulls, but I know the second assault is about to start. Oh, it could get less stressful. Let's try and not get wounded. I'm wounded. Oh well. The peasant uprising has ended. It's no longer valid to continue. What do you mean? Did they all lose their troops? Did they get captured? Did they starve to death sieging Rouen? Okay. Oh, okay, I guess. Good job, everybody. They all went home. There's a single world record attempt for world conquest in Crusader Kings 3. Going to the website, it took 0.00 milliseconds. Yeah, it's called cheating. Yeah, I don't know why it ended. I assume they just ran out of troops, or like they got captured or something, but... Oh, you know what? It'll be because peasant rebellions also count as being wars against the king as well. The maximum rank troop. So it could be that they solved the war, like they captured them or something. I guess, I don't know. I feel like it would say a different message, but I think that's how that works. It's actually not just my war, because potentially I think a peasant rebellion could pull a could become independent, right? So obviously that's important to the king. Crusader Kings 3 Unleashed doesn't involve rebellion rules. Ah, but this is you're thinking of the ones where your landed vassals split apart. This is one where peasants just rose up. So I think anybody who's a landed lord or whatever is automatically hostile towards peasant rebellions. The understanding being that it's within all of their interests to not let peasant rebellions succeed, because they control a lot of peasants. Only wars which would result in land being lost bring elision. Peasants don't want independence, so no. I'm sure they do, right? Although I guess they were specifically asking for tax reduction, so no, it wouldn't be like that. But you can get independence peasant wars, right? I mean, maybe it's different in this. My daughter Engeltrudis has been invited to a gathering appears by Countess Gergerberger. Geb Gerberger. 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 Get a burger. Gerberger. Gerberger of Berry. Fucking... Why are the names so good? Gerberger. Gerberger. I love you, Gerberger of Berry. Please don't kill my daughter. Listen, I'm more trusting. The last one went fine. So, if you drown, I might end the stream because I'll be so upset. Right, we're sieging this, they're sieging that. I've not even seen their troops. Where the fuck are they? Are they involved in a different war? I think they might be. Oh, they maybe went to go to the Barcelona war. I'm such a snake, you know. I'm taking land from within the kingdom, but that's feudalism, baby. Everybody's a snake. You know, the count takes off the neighboring count. Oh, I think we've won. The duke takes off the neighboring duke. The king takes off the neighboring king. The emperor takes off the neighboring emperor, and they all pay the Catholic Church a bunch of money. Right. so we have won this province. We can enforce our demands. We become a little famous. Anyone that's a glory hound is excited. Even Anjou's people get some prestige. Fantastic work. We've taken this. Loathsome Renard, may your years be short and miserable. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Yeah. Okay, so send your troops home. I think this should mean now that we can get the duchy title. You can usurp the Duchy of Anjou, but we will need more money. We will need 250. Once again, we need money again. Populist revolts lose land. Peasant revolts just lower county control. I guess we'll have to. I guess I'll have to. I don't fully understand it, so I guess I'll just have to see it when I see it. But hey, we're bigger. We're looking at a good bit bigger. My spy master has proven himself highly capable. There are some projects I would like to undertake in the country of Bayo with my blessing. Okay, he's just gonna go about and try and make things better. And say, hey, you should try doing this. And they'll go, fuck off. Right. So. Maybe it's time to start looking at taking some pieces off these other ones, right? So, because the Pope is like, hey, listen, I heard that you went to church every day for like 2 weeks. And this guy killed his kin, who he probably hunted. He pretends to be humble, but he's deceitful and sadistic, and I hate him. Do you want maybe to get a claim on this? So actually, can we even do that? What's his name? Ramoff the second. Oh, we don't have that option anymore. That's weird. Oh no, did you Pouters. Okay, so we can take a duchy. But we can't take the Aquitaine duchy. But we can take Poiters, which is... I mean, it's going to be one of those two, isn't it? So if we spend 320 faith, we can get a title on an entire dukedom. This is a much bigger maneuver, but I think we can do it. They seem embattled by issues. He's considered a dedicated sinner. He's established as being so unprestigious, I guess. Everyone hates him. He sucks. We're gonna request a claim. We're gonna go to the Pope and say, listen, I read all the bits about the donkey balls in the Bible again and again and again. Oh, you read the donkey balls bit, did you? Well, I pondered your request and decided to recognize your claim on the Duchy of Poitiers. There's come to light some irrefutable proof that your ancestors did indeed rule the land in ancient times. Alright, Pope Lucius II. You stubborn, temperate, deceitful old man. He's not actually that old. 58, that's not so old. That's like a young old. Yeah, okay. That Duke doesn't like it. It did cost me a lot of faith. Ooh, what's going on here? Greetings, my lord. Gargamel. From Count Hurloin's place, where everyone sounds like they're made of food. I have your ward out with me here. He promised to clean the pots in the cookery, you see. Draws in a sharp breath. But he nibbled all the food like a little rat, fell asleep on a flour sack. He'd do a hiding if you ask me, but I'll leave him to eat his do as he see fit. The child is so unmotivated and lethargic, you could confuse him for a corpse. I would love to tell him to be lazy. And gain stress and be like, just fucking eat everything in the kitchen. Listen, be nicer to Gargamel. He sounds like someone gargling like all the time. That's just his situation all the time, right? So that's why we put him. That's why he was put in the kitchens. Okay. You gotta be nice to him. You gotta treat him better. It's so stressful telling you this. Hi Daredevil, good to see you. Things are good. Eventful day, sleeping pattern all over the place. Went out to go and hang out with my friend and figure out some things that might give me some money, so that's exciting. And we're playing Crusader Kings 3 again. And we recently managed to take some land off a neighboring duke, and we're going for another duke. We're just eating France from the inside, because my eventual goal is to get down here and fucking take over this bit so that they don't invade this bit. Because we've already, by holding Normandy, or what becomes Normandy, we've essentially prevented the creation of the Kingdom of England, or at least slowed it down. So I'm going to try and slow down most of the evil that came out of the medieval era into the age of exploration, I suppose. We're going to head it off before it happens, or at least, I mean, they've already started. But we can stamp them out is my idea. It's set in the 9th century. It's 879 AD. At the moment, we are a long way away from 1066. The fucking awful people that rule up here are going, we can't think of any reason why we should conquer Spain, but we want to, because our ancestors probably, who we probably weren't even related to centuries ago, had some land down there. We want that. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna come up with white supremacy, and that's how we're gonna reconquer this, and that's what they did. Because skin-based racism, not really a thing in this time. Maybe a thing in ancient Greek times a bit, but also not really, not the same way, not as a mainstream thing. So we're gonna put a stop to that if we can. So we just took Anjou, and we're hoping to make a claim on the duchy, but we need 250 gold, which we're not gonna get. So at the moment, we're just pestering to see if we can get more land. Eventually, this kid we've got is gonna grow up, and we're gonna give him some land, because his father was an accomplished knight who died heroically to help us get so many of the pieces of land that we've already gotten. So I want to reward it, but also I have to, because I control way more than I should. Oh, and it's really hurting my taxes by 80%. Maybe we need to find an intermediary person to take some of this land. But we don't really have any friends or relatives, really. I mean, who do I like a lot? Where's the meat boy? Oh, also we got some people in prison. I might need to set them free potentially. Where do we see? Is it just in court? Prisoners. There we go. Leon in house arrest for 2 years. What did you do? Imprisoned by me. I don't remember what you did. Let's negotiate your release. I'll recruit you and gain a wheat hook. Yep. There we go. You work for me now. What about this guy? Arnold. You've been in prison for 8 years. I mean, you seem pretty good at what you do. So, ah, damn it. We'll just recruit you. We can't get a weak hook on you. Because apparently your crimes weren't as bad as Leon. I don't know what Leon's crimes were. I have no idea. No reason to keep you in jail. Give it to Winner's son. I will, but I don't want to... I want to influence his growth as a child. So I don't want him to be in another court being influenced by other people. So I'm keeping him in my court until he gets old enough. And then I'm going to determine if he's been well behaved as a child. If I give him land or not, I guess. That's my plan for that. I don't want to do it just yet. But we could maybe... yeah, who's the guy... This guy. Hello, interview. He's a count. I like him. He likes me. I've defended him. Now, what land could we give him that would make sense? Now, we could give him the 2 little patches that we have, I suppose. So, like, let's go. What about Montenegro? Yep. Okay, I'll give you that. You like that? And then let's give you Leon as well. Country of Leon. It also has a church, that's fine. We'll give you that. Okay, good. So now he really likes me, and he can help look after those bits. Now we got some other bits. Now we've already got this guy. That's fine. I suppose it would be good maybe some of these like western parts could be controlled by the same person potentially. Although it is just me at the moment. I might want to keep that bit. So maybe like Bayou or something. Do we have any good family friends? We've got Amelie, but I don't know if we can give her land. I don't think we can. What about Mayor Leonid of Kane? That's a good location. Can we turn you into a little moneymaker for us? If we grant you some titles, right? So if we give you, for example, the County of Bayou. Master Nan, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. So I get a few more pence. But no, I mean genuinely, thank you. Thank you so much. Great to see you come back. Yeah, thank you. I'm actually not that tired. I had sleep. I just had it when I didn't want to have it. From 7 till about 1-ish, maybe. So 5 hours sleep. Feel very good for 5 hours sleep. Hopefully I get sleepy tonight. But then I've also got Wednesday to fix it again. Yeah, the camera's back. It basically was about a week of either my face was like too vulnerable basically to shave, and I was just like, oh, it looks bad. But yeah, it seems good now. There's still something. It still feels a bit. There's something about it. And they did give me like sunscreen, and they said put it on every day, which I haven't done every day, but I have done today, and I did do that yesterday, and I did do that for like a week previous to that as well. So I've pretty much always been doing it, because I did figure, like, I was like, oh, my skin feels fine, but then I'm like, yeah, but you definitely have lost like a epidermal layer or whatever, so it needs to, you probably don't even know it's healing, but it needs to heal. Like, they give you 4 weeks for a reason, right? The assumption is probably that it takes you like 2 to 3 weeks to heal. Yeah, give him the country of Bayou, right? Because that should turn him into a grand mayor, I believe. Oh, he's a Lord Mayor. Fantastic. And then I will give you Anelcon. How do we do this? Alencorn. There you go. Fantastic. So you're just a big mayor at the moment, and that's fine. One day I'll make you into a duke, and then you can have trade posts and stuff, I think, if that's a thing in this. That should make me money. Now, I do still have too much land. Now, all of this stuff down here... Well, I know, I guess it would have to be Anjou, wouldn't it? Ah, fuck, I've given quite a lot of land away. If there's one other person who's like a family friend... No. Okay, it's not reducing... It doesn't appear to be reducing the taxes or anything like that. It seems like if we were to raise troops, it would be not 20% of what it should be. So we've at least solved that issue. That's good. What are we doing? Are we at war? We're not at war. What are we waiting for? I think that was the last thing I needed to do there. Disable building in the country of Anjou. Oh, that's because of the low control. That's fine. Goosefrig of Maine wants a council position. He doesn't hate me as much as he used to. That's good. We can declare war. Ah, here we go. We can declare war on the Duke of Aquitaine. Which, honestly, seeing these two together makes me realize, actually how much. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, how much similarity we have in size. I'm not quite ready. Are our troops fully restored? No, our troops seem like they need a bit of restoring before they're ready. Right, we've recruited this guy. That's good. We recruited this guy, and we got a hook. That's good. It's. I wonder if it's worth putting people that have hooks that are giving them land so that you can immediately change the feudal contract. You're always there for me, and I hope you know I'm grateful. My ward Aldemar approaches me in a rare display of courage and openness. That's fantastic. He becomes my friend. Yay! Is that my first friend? It's my first friend, my ward. Although really, I consider his father my friend, even though formerly we never had that relationship. In fact, I used to say a lot of negative things about him, but... Oh no! Lately, it feels I am constantly being distracted by vicious thoughts and erotic fantasies. With all the hardship of my everyday life, it is too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. These desires are clearly interfering with my life, but what should I do about them? I mean, locking himself in his room wasn't really helping. I think it's time to go further. It's time to pay people money to dress up as merchants or whatever. It's become a merchant thing. It used to be a money thing, now it's a merchant thing. Get a whole bunch of people dressed up as merchants and get them to fucking offer me money, and then I'm gonna decline the money. There's no penetration at all. That's all he needs. So he's gonna do that. He's a little bit worried because he thinks that counts as like cheating on his wife, and I guess it does. So there we go. We're now rakish, having the meaning here of so much time in the brothel has become his second home. At least he's going out, I guess. But I'm no longer overwhelmed by stress. Fantastic. Right, how's the troops doing? They're nearly restored. We're nearly ready for this. We're missing a councillor. Oh, so we are. Chancellor. Chancellor doesn't seem to fucking do anything in Crusader Kings 3. Now, we could appoint shitheads who will be bad at the job and hates me, but will hate me considerably less for having a position. But he's not as good. Arnold, on the other hand, is feeling fine, except for the fact that he's malnourished. Yeah, maybe you need some money so you can get less malnourished, seeing as you're my knight. I think it might be important if you're okay, so become a chancellor as well. Chancellor and knight. Committed to domestic affairs. Yes. Oh, we don't need to focus on court intrigue anymore. Focus on the domain, because I feel like that will get us more money, which we need. Right, I'm gonna quickly be right back, and then we're gonna start this war, I think. So, BRB, I need to pee. Welcome back. Oh, I can't wait to get those new lights. So I purchased some lights off Gamer Fiend, his old lights. He gave me a nice deal for them, and I'm gonna set them up there and there, and we're gonna get a much better shot on my face, I think, because it's a constant battle between sort of being overexposed or not, and then because of my makeup, it's hard to determine how much that's like the makeup and how much that's like the overexposure. So that's a future thing that we'll hopefully fix. Right. Are we ready to do this war? Don't have much money. War is expensive. But there's no other way I can press any other claims, right? Without having like 250 gold. So I think it's time to take this big fucking chunk here. Oh, there's a reason we can't do this. Fame penalty? Why? What? Cannot afford the cost of this war. Oh, I need more prestige. Well, that's fine. It won't take that long to get that much prestige anyway. I'm probably like a few months or something. Unless there's something else I can do. I guess I could wait for a special event to come up and hope that it gives me prestige. Oh, a new pick in the Marshall doobly-doo. Oh, I have 2 new picks. Oh, I must have missed the last one. Maybe this will give me something. We could be scary. I don't know what Dread would even do at this point. It must have a little bit of Dread, right? Because he's someone that pushed himself up from a count into a Duke. You know, like there's some scariness to him, right? Fuck it. And then do we have anything else? Control territory, defender advantage. Increase control in country progress. See, I like that one a lot. The control territory defender advantage, because I'm always trying to use home territory advantages anyway, so it would be nice to have more of them. We can increase the siege weapon effectiveness. We could make everybody a bit faster. We could make all of the horses. I mean, we don't really have any horses. I don't think there's anything else I could pick. Yeah, let's get that one. The one after that would be all of your fort levels go up, it looks like. Enemy occupations do not lower control. Right, yeah, okay, good. We seem very good with that. Now, that didn't make us more prestigious. We're still 69 prestige. There'll be something. We can't really afford a hunt. King Welf has replaced King Carloman as your liege after being installed by faction. So, ooh, what? So, little kid bully. I'm out here. I'm back to being Aquitaine. No, my potential war. Because I would have to declare war on Kid Bully instead. See, this is a lateral move. This is to keep. This is to keep their lands. This is what's happened. But they've installed a new king of West Francia, Welf. My name is Welf. I'm here to make money for everybody. I'm greedy, but also honest, which is why I told you I'm greedy. And I've never had sex, except for, no, never. Wife's not even pregnant. He's 32. I don't know where the fuck he's come from. His father's like nobody. Just some guy from some province. Apparently he was popular enough to be installed. Splitting the kingdom in twain. Oh, he's celibate? Oh, well, that's fantastic then. So he's not a threat to us, but like, fucking bully kid once again. Carloman II. He's fickle. He's arrogant. He's ambitious. He's curious, and he's on a pilgrimage, or he's completed a pilgrimage. What? This guy's shaping up to be a scary villain, I think. But we do have more men than him, sort of. I'm not exactly sure this will work. Now he's in a war where you're failing to not lose Barcelona, which might mean he has lower troops than he normally would. It also seems like maybe this bit's separating as well, the Duchy of Gascon. So really, the time to fight Bully Kid it's never been better. The question is, oh, it cost me less prestige. Whoa, hello, hello. I will be taking this from you, bully child, and I will be asking anyone who can ask my dynasty member. This guy, dynasty loses 75 renown. Renown is like prestige, but shared by entire. Oh, okay, whatever. Come to war. Also, you come to war. Designate a guardian. Am I not the guardian? Yeah, I am. That's fine. Wait, is she okay? What the fuck happened to my daughter's face? She's wounded and ill. When did this happen? Why was I not informed of this? What? Me. I'm the wards. I guess I'm sending the proposal to be the ward. I obviously need to keep a closer eye on my daughter, because if she dies, like, I don't have any other kids. I don't know that we're going to have any other kids, because she's 35. I'm 49. Oh god, it's gonna be her, isn't it? She's gonna end up ruling for 60 years. Right, raise our armies. Come on. It's time. Get ready. Little King. Hey, wait. How come your region is also got the same injuries as my daughter that you're engaged to? What's going on here? Hey, look, I can do this thing. Pling. Probably what it was. Yes. Oh my god, I spent so much prestige. That's fine. We'll get it back, I think. Right, so step one. Just fucking start trying to conquer it, I guess. Trying to. Because the specific duchy that we're after here is this bit. So we can just... Some of it's not even... Some of it's outside. Oh, some of it I already own. Okay, so that explains why that was probably the first one. If you don't have another kid, it'll be game over, because she'll be married non-matrilineally. Well, yes, Spike. If she honors the marriage. Sorry. Yeah, no, I may just split as soon as she gets old enough, because the thing is, it's just been giving me an allegiance with, let's be honest, kind of a loser country. Maybe not as loser as my country, but you know, I think we'll be able to potentially even find a better allegiance when she gets older. Right, what's going on? The Deer of Rouen. My vassal may appear, who I don't really know, has brings in rumors of beasts spotted in my realm. I'm very much talk of the country of Rouen. It is said there are excellent prospects for hunting thereabouts, with many a worthy horse in roaming the forest. Interesting. See, I think that means... Does that count as a legendary thing? Probably not, right? Either way, nothing we can do about it. Not enough money, not enough prestige, not enough anything. Hi, Cat! Hi, all. If anyone is living in Canada here right now, please be safe. Stay inside, don't breathe the air? In all of Canada? What the fuck's going on in Canada? Did someone give me a sub? Oh, it says my gift sub is... Hang on. Let me just fucking have a quick news check. Climate? World? US and Canada? Canada wildfire smoke threatens health of millions! Fucking what? Air quality advisory has been issued in New York City and surrounding areas where smoky haze could see. Whoa! Where the air quality has been classified as unhealthy. Much of the smoke is coming from Quebec, where 160 fires are burning. You know, I imagine there's probably more fires in Quebec because of them changing the forests there, I suspect. But also, yeah, climate change. Wow, there's like a big... Hang on, let me show this. There's like a big... Look at this. Look at the size of this. Hang on. Look at... this is huge. This is a huge amount of smoke. Oh my god. I mean, obviously, if you're in Western Canada, probably not so much of an issue. But like most of Canada is in the east side of it, because of obviously the colonies and stuff like that. Wow, okay. So yeah, genuinely. Can you post a link? Yeah, sure, go ahead. You're inside with the AC on, air quality is unhealthy, is terrible. What's this link? Let me have a look. World's Air Pollution Real-Time Air Quality Index. Oh, this is great. Hang on. So this is can we see this? Can we see the whole world? Oh wow, we really can. Well, it seems like it might have some selected places, right? Tell me about Australia. Australia seems fine. Oh my god, what the fuck's going on in Delhi? Tell me about this. 999. 999, 999, 900. How is that so? What's happened? Anyway, but we're here for Canada, so 999 bad. Whereas, hang on, if we zoom in here, still, I guess that's where a lot of the smoke is drifting to, and then, yeah, these are where the smoke. This is where the smoke is coming from. But then it's obviously drifted all the way fucking down here. In fact, all this stuff down here, that's if that's all caused by the same fires from here, that's enormous. What a time. Why is I'm still, why is it 999 in Delhi? What's going on in Delhi? Does anyone know? Is Delhi okay? Massive fires, I'm so depressed. I mean, the flip side of the massive fires is there's such bad publicity for anybody that fights against the concept that there is climate change, and against anybody that tries to set a policy, right? So like, you know, it's like, look how bad it is, you know. So there is that, at least, I guess. Scientifically speaking, there's nothing to do with global warming. Most experts agree, because Gordon Lightfoot died in Canada soon they can't cope. I don't know who that is. And also, global warming is not actually the correct term. It is climate change, because it's a more rapid change in both directions. So it can get colder and it can get hotter, but it's more tumultuous, and there's much more of it. So global warming actually is not entirely accurate. So that's not the correct term. So scientifically speaking, talkie fans, you're full of shit. By me, I'm gonna get so bad. I'm scared. Don't be scared. Just follow breathing advice. You know, He said it was nothing to do with global warming, though. No, I mean, you've legitimized the concept of global warming as opposed to climate change, so your information is inaccurate. What kind of scientist are you, Tarky Fensington? You are a bullshit scientist. There's not enough rain, hot, dry conditions, and people being silly. So people have been charged in Alberta for fires there. I mean, there is also the thing of, like, people being hazardous anyway, but because it's so much drier, it's so much worse. Although the biggest, honestly, one of the most persistent causes of forest fires in recent days has been gender reveal parties, which is so weird because they're already so toxic and bad, and they become, like, actually toxic. Legitimate concept by saying it was not a cause. The Gordon Lightfoot Society rejects this. Get out of here, you Gordon Lightfeet. Where's Bigfoot? What does he think of this? Oh, Shimus is online. And Jamie J. And maybe Haribo? No, Haribo just responded to me. Okay. Right, anyway, back to this video game that I'm playing for the next 10-20 minutes. Right, so we've made our war. We've got our armies. We've called on our allies. And we're just kind of hoping that it all stays together. They don't look like they're at war with Barcelona anymore. I mean, smart decision. End your war. It does look like they have more troops as a result. Excuse me. Now, is it worth, for more points, going just straight to their camp? Oh, fuck me. Look, 3,000 troops. You know what? I actually think it is. Catch me if you can. We take 100 attrition from that. Oh no, they're catching up. Oh god, was it really a good idea? It's fucking cold. Hang on, we need to cross this river. We need to get out of Aquitaine. It's too cold. At least meet up with the other troops. No, don't attack me. Oh, that might not be me. That might be the 600. Ah, fuck. No, just retreat. Can we just retreat? Is that an option? It used to be. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. I mean, the bright side, we killed or routed quite a number of them by the looks of things. But, oh, they might get beaten up by this one. Cancel invitation. I'm kind of in the middle of something, but here we go. To my vassal, whatever your name is. As an influential duke, it is only fair you have a voice on my council. In recognition of this fact, I hereby offer you the position of Steward of France. Oh, we France now. We're no longer Western France. Sure. Oh gosh, I've missed so much chat. The Gordon Big Hand. So apparently by me it's moderate. My lungs are on fire. I can't imagine what hazardous feels like. I don't know what you would even do for that. I've never been in enough of like a fiery area. But, fuck's sake. When are we going to be allowed to breathe, you know? Sorry for Canada's loss. Sadly, the streamer simply refused to commiserate. What? Not going out until it's good again. Pretty good HVAC system, so the windows are staying closed. Not trying to be a mom or anything, with genuinely worried. It's okay to be a little worried. Stop saying called West France here for Carling's no longer on the throne. I see, because it's the split empire from Pepin and Carloman and all that. Has been taking into consideration for a possible future unfollow. I don't think I could deal. If Mr. Normal unfollowed me, I don't think I could deal with that. I would feel it the heart of my Canadian followership, which seems to be. I think it may outstrip my American followership for some reason, and I don't understand why. I feel like that would be the beginning of the end for the appreciation of that Canadians have for me. I went to Canada and I had a good time. Right, our troops got smashed to pieces, and we don't really have much in the way of allies. Ooh, Taki. Taki gifted a I don't know why that surprised me. Wait, what? Taki's gifting 2 subscriptions. Thank you so much, Taki.
Subscription.
No, don't walk out. Don't walk out for Canada. Thank you, Taki, for gifting us up to Mr. Normal and Canada Jenny, who, both of which I'm very appreciative for their enjoyment of the channel, as I am of you as well. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. You've showed up the North American contingent. Anti-Lightfoot remarks. Fine, I'll look up who the fuck Lightfoot is. Lightfoot dead. Canada. Canadian folk music icon Jordan Lightfoot died at 84. I mean, that's pretty decent age, right? Especially for a famous person. I think that takes like 20 years off. Canadian folk music icon Gordon Lightfoot, who's... Wait, is he called Lightfoot because he's Indigenous? Is it like that kind of thing? Hang on, I need to find his Wikipedia page now. Gordon Lightfoot wiki. Yeah, his last name Gordon Meredith Lightfoot Jr. He... Oops. Tell me about your early life. He was of Scottish descent. When? Who? You can't just say that. Did a bunch of folk music. Oh no, I don't know if it is. Yeah, what's the origin of the last name Lightfoot? I feel like anything that ends in foot, I assume is North American Indigenous. But what do I know? What do I know about that? Damn you! I've showed up. Yeah, I saw that. Sorry, I love it here. It's my second home. What, this stream or Canada? I don't think it would be Canada. He wrote an entire song about a ship like 11 hours after it sank. Was it like a big TV event that the ship sank? That's interesting. Maybe I'll look up him and the 500 other famous people that have died within the like last week. Like I gotta keep up with these. Oh, I've been invited to a hunt. Count Orson's hunt in Verison. We're gonna find venison in Verison. Listen, we are in the middle of a war. But, you know, fuck, the war's not going so well, so let's go hunting, I guess. Well, I need a travel companion. Just someone that's going to make sure I don't get beaten up. We can hire some mercenaries, but that seems like a lot. I just need like one tough man. Train knights. You bring along your weakest knights to train. That's gotta be for like a long journey though. And also it says you need a military school, which I don't have. I'll probably be fine. Right, what's the danger? There's no danger. There's no danger. Let's just go. It's a journey off to join his hunt. The fucked up thing was he was the captain. I'm so sad about my boat. If only I hadn't driven it into the land. Dang, like big, like a gangly, a banjo, I think that's called. My acquaintance, Count Orson, is hosting a hunt in Verizon. And the time has come for us to depart. Yes. I can't wait to be distracted from this war that I've bitten off more than I could chew. See, it's deceptive, right, when someone's at war, because they can just end all of those wars, especially if they're like internal ones, very quickly. The AI is very good at doing this when it's attacked. Our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh. What does the sound of tearing flesh sound like? Ah! And gnashing jaws, and the desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. Bertrand the Craven? Who's this? I don't know who you are. What's a nice image behind you? The noise is so horrific it must have come from the depths of hell. Attempting to track this source, we find a desperate knight struggling with a wild wolf. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip is beginning to falter. Right. I can tell Joan to step in. who might fail. I can step in. I might die. Joan, you do it. Or Joan. Our road takes us through many treacherous parts of Olive. While I scan for dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. Hey! Psst. Oi, Duke! Could it be a wild animal? I braced myself for impact. Joan jumps out of the bush and said, "Oh, it really was a person." Okay. Holding a plant. You scared me, Joan. Anyway, let me see what you have here. Some kind of fruit, I exclaim. That's really poorly written. The exclamation is at the beginning. You should say, "You scared me, Joan," I exclaim. And then you should continue the whatever you're saying. I think, in my opinion. Yes, it looks and smells so delicious. I wonder what it tastes like. Maybe I'll just take a little bite. What if it's poisonous? Let Joan eat it. Oh, there's 3 options. It's a harmless plant, or I can get sick. I can get an unknown plant rash. It doesn't tell me. It says it's. I assume it's 50% either way. Unknown plant bliss. Let's just let him. Oh, he got sick. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't eat it then. Making camp. As we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, Count Orson has started on preparations. His gamekeepers check the woodlands each day for sign of quarry, while building a camp closer to the hunting grounds. I've checked my gear and horse many times. It won't be long. Okay, good. That can keep on going. What's I? So for every so often, someone's like, "My lord, they've reached Anjo." Oh, good. I mean, I'm actually a little bit, because I'm in the hunt, I'm actually not that far from it, so I guess it wouldn't take him as long. It's better than me staying in the capital, but worse than me being amongst the troops. The party is called to assemble as dawn breaks over the camp in the forest near Vaison. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. Yep. It seems the mighty heart is unquestionably in the area. Quarry fit for a king. Ultimately, Count Orson decided he wanted to hunt right now. Let's go. I hope I find it, and then everyone thinks I'm really prestigious. Oh, fucking the king's here. Oh, hello. Didn't know you were also invited to this. My liege Welf is crouched down in the ground, humming cheerfully, picking roses. Appears to have lost all interest in the hunt.
Duke, what a bounty of nature. Look at these plants. Truly the wealth of the earth knows no bounds. We do not appreciate these simple treasures enough.
It's fucking great. I love him. Get back on your horse. And he won't like it. Fascinating. What flower? You gain stress because you're a hunter, but you gain 300 lifestyle experience. Folks could do these. Oh, you purchasing witchcraft? Yeah, let's get involved. Like, let me see these flowers. They're just all the same roses, like nothing special about them at all. Literally just took them out of a garden or something. A swampy encounter. The ground grows wetter and the air heavier as we ride into the deep wilderness of Vaison. Suddenly, out of the greenery surrounding us, a giant of a man appears. Why can we, like, what are these patches that I keep seeing? Like, it's like I can see through them or something. I don't understand what that's meant to be. And that's not the first time I've seen that. It feels like that's a bug. Because it almost seems like I can see some sort of weird pink skeleton in there. And that's upsetting to me. Like, that there's an arm that goes there. And maybe there's also a line that goes there as well. And that's his just shoulder bit, but that's just the open air behind him. And that's another bit. Like, I actually do feel like that's what I'm seeing here. He shouts, "Explain yourself! What are you doing in my marshlands?" Your marshland we can see around, get a local guide. For 15 years, for 15 years, we'll gain a local guide. For 15 years. Hi, I am loyal to you for 15 years. Finally something to hunt, you fucking kill him. Out of my way, foul Rube. No, I'm gonna get you for 15 years of experience. Because apparently that'll be great. Count Orson's huntsmen say they know the place of a beast's covert, and the nearby waterholes and grazings the hart frequents. Our host thinks for a moment before agreeing we should sneak up on the unwitting beasts. Oh no, the guy that everybody hates is becoming friends with Count Orson. He's just he's a count, and the king showed up. This is like, what's the equivalent of that, you know? It's like being a Deliveroo driver and the CEO of Deliveroo showing up to your birthday party. Or it's worse than that even, because obviously Delivery driver is not as powerful as a count. I don't know. It's like being a manager of a McDonald's and the CEO of McDonald's shows up to your like drinks that you had after work. Pretty big deal. I forgot what that said. I just clicked OK. I forgot to read that. Despite our best efforts, we were unable to get close to the hart herd. They sensed us each time we neared, fleeing and going to ground. It's nearly too dark to continue, and we have to admit defeat at the hands of the deer. Oh, everyone's liking Hugo, whoever Hugo is. Oh no, it's another person that I'm an enemy with. Everyone's... What's the fucking guest list of this? The king's here. I'm here. I have a feeling maybe the king is here because I'm here. Fucking Andrew that we have defeated and embarrassed is here. And, you know, we got some counts. We got this count that was a duke that we de-duked, so he's also... I'm surprised I don't get him fucking murdered. Jean's here. Plenty of people. But they're all becoming friends with the shitty people. Right, does that mean we failed the hunt? It's only happening over here. It's like 10 miles away or something. We're not even that far away. Heeding the call of the wild is an adventure, and this outing delivered the good and bad in abundance. I gather the disappointed party and the exhausted hounds for the trip home. This heart indeed eluded us. This time... Okay, well, I mean, I got better at hunting, and I lost stress. I accidentally pulled my escape key off there for a second, which I keep doing because it's very easy to do. And we got some prestige. We got 93 prestige. You know, that's all right. We didn't fucking find anything. Everyone just fucking shook hands. Was like, ah, good to meet you. Good to meet you. Oh, you hate Renard as well. Oh, interesting. Good job, everybody. All right. Anyway, meantime, war. Oh, what's this? As we traverse the woodland, trudging through the leaves, we encounter a modest wayward shrine. Naively carved, it sports a cross at its head and below the weathered words. Here lies Saint Renard of Orleans, blessed son of Olivet. Saint Renard of Orleans? That's very close to my name. Seems a local spiritual figure is being patronized in these parts. One not sanctioned by the Catholic clergy. Cast down this heterodoxy. You could desecrate a tomb, but also Count Orson doesn't like that. But it would give me faith. Saint Reynard, there's a nice ring to it. Give him some money. What's this local saint? And that increases the taxes there? Sure, it sounds like me, so I'll give you some money. Uh-oh, danger flawed fare. Joan is in charge of our food supplies, and sheepishly revealed our provisions are now all but useless, having been poorly stored. Patches of mold cover the bread and fresh produce, and we quickly used up our remaining dried food. Party grows hungry as dusk begins to fall. Now, we can hunt, right? We're a hunter. We have hunting skills, do we not? I can hunt a brothel. Can hunt the nearest brothel. Where's this like hunting thing? Where's the thing that says he... Alright, well, maybe I'm... Oh, there we go, hunter, there we go. We're a very basic hunter. Very basic hunter. Thank you for the tiny wizard, Peach Bruce, hello. We're trying to take bits of Aquatine out of the kid bully who was one of our many rivals, and we went to a hunting party where many of our rivals all became friends with each other. But otherwise, I mean, the war's not going so well, hence going to a hunting party. But maybe we can fix that somehow. But at first, we need to figure out what we're gonna eat. So it's nature will provide for you. 59% you find the wrong plant and get ill. 38% you die. 2% you just find some good food. It's just a bit of mold and we get ill. The locals must have some expensive prestige and someone gets wounded. 50% ill versus 38% chance of dying seems so much considerably better. I guess I just have no forage abilities. Let's just eat some moldy food. I got ill. Oh well. 50% just means yes, doesn't it? Uh-oh. Oh no, we're okay. That's fine. That's not so good. But what is this about Regent? Regent furthers mandate. I gained some money. The Regency scales of power swing has changed. This was abuse of power and caused strife with Dutch Engeltrude's peer vassals. What have you been doing whilst I've been gone? I mean, I guess that goes away as soon as I come back to be king again, but...
Long last, I'm finally home. There's nothing better than arriving home in Rouen. Ooh! After a long journey, I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onwards. My entourage reports that we have journeyed for 142 days.
What? How would it take you that long? That's like 4.5 months. To not even go that far. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine taking a journey like that to go to a failed hunt as well? Do you have a good journey? I don't remember how the hunt went at all. I've been too busy making my new life on the road. Alright, Regency's ended. We don't really have enough troops to even fucking break into their capital, to be honest. Is there no allegiance of any kind that I can create? Because we only have the one child. No, it's just, I don't know, there's a... We got one of the best alliances we could get, I guess. 2,000 troops. Great. Oh, it's the same fucking... I can genuinely see through their clothing. I don't think that's how that's supposed to... Or maybe it is, it's supposed to have holes in it. It just looks like I'm seeing through to the fucking table on the other side. Like, through his body. Greetings, my lord. Kana. Ooh. I have your friend Agdamar with me here. He promised to clean the pots in the cookery, but he nibbled all the food. This is the second time you've done this in 2 years. Oh, there's only 2 options. I can just tell him to be lazy, or I can really tell him to be lazy. Why don't I have the option? Fuck's sake. Okay, fine. I guess this kid's lazy. There's nothing I could do about that. I'm lazy too, so figures that would happen. Oh, I can station a men-at-arms regiment? Was the bowmen become unstationed? Regiment is raised. Oh, so I can't actually... Okay. We do have few knights. I think maybe we could invite some knights. That's an option, right? No, because we need prestige. Fuck, okay. Out of my way, foul rube. Some insults are so old that they don't have any meaning. I think bastard's very... Like, we kind of... We do live in a world where, like, bastards is still... You know, can be considered a negative, but it's not the same of like, oh, well, we have to shun them. It's more just kind of like awkward family shapes, I suppose. So we're in the like the tail end of that being an insult. You know, we can see the world before us. Right. I think okay. So I think for anything to progress here, it's probably going to take some time. So we've started this war. Absolutely no idea how we're going to win it, other than us both banding together and attacking them. But it's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, I got better. That's good. So I think for now, we're going to pause and end this. But it's been good. You know, we got this extra land. We did a lot of administrating. We aside from that, to be honest, we've not really done that much. We did gain some land. It wasn't like the first stream I did with this, where like everything was just so breakneck all the time, and it was like so incredible, like all of the things we were pulling off. No such things as that so much this time around. But how close are we to developing biological warfare? Well, I mean, Genghis Khan in a few centuries is going to be chucking corpses at people. I don't know if that's when it starts. I think there are things that are technically biological warfare in this. But we're gonna exit this for now because it's getting late. I have things I need to do in real life. I mean, eating would be one of those. Let's find the person to raid. Just fucking just. Who's available? I need to refresh this page because it's telling me people who were online at like 6:30 or whatever that certainly aren't online now. Shimus? Maybe Shimus. Unless I see someone that... Not really. Not really. Yeah, we'll go to Shimus. We'll go raid Shimus. Shimus is nice. I think I accidentally called Shimus Wormsley the other day when I said that we need to corrupt Shimus and allow him to enjoy the niceties of the world. I don't know. There's a little bit of restraint in Shimus that I want to break, you know. But he's nice. He's a nice guy. Thank you everybody. The fucking where's the button? I'm trying to get a new monitor because my monitor is breaking. Earlier today it was squealing something awful and I was like, is this the end? So please consider checking out my Ko-fi and sending me any amount of money whatsoever, and at some point soon hopefully I will purchase a monitor and I will not have this issue anymore, because I only have one monitor, and if I don't have any monitors I can't use my computer and I can't stream, and I would have to use the backup computer, which means I wouldn't be able to play any game other than like Minesweeper or something. Do you want to wish Steve Vai a happy 60th birthday? I don't know who that is. Turkey. You know I don't know who anybody is. Lipstick's really coming off. Also check out our Discord. We have a Discord, and I have a YouTube where certain VODs go up, particularly Fallout 4 stuff. But thank you everybody so much. Where's the goodbye scene? There's the goodbye scene. And to say hello and goodbye. It's lovely to see you. It's lovely to see everybody. It's been so nice. We've got quite a few people in. Fantastic stuff. I love it. Next official stream is Thursday, 4 PM. Goodbye, everybody.